if I'm allowed to have this music. I just thought of that. I'm sitting here watching the marathon. You see me on marathon, right? You see me. You see me. You see me. 2 minutes in, 2-minute wait. Listen to music for 1 second. It's hot. They got some little technical shit. I like it. I like it. It's just nice. It's just simply nice. Man, oh man. Can I even do this? Is this allowed, bro? Is this allowed? Can I stream this stream? Will I get copyrighted? Will I get a copyright strike? For the full interactive experience. I don't know what they mean by that. Let's read the chat. Let's read chat. Can I zoom in on chat? Chicken jockey. I want pre-order. Please, no they, them, uglies. Bombard. Is this a PvPv game? PvPvE game? He said, turn up the mic. PvPvE. Oh, initializing. Please stand by. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's turn the music on for a second. I don't want to get copyrighted though. You feel me? It almost sounds like they saying numbers. They singing numbers, bro. It sounds like they singing numbers. 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 8, 9, 2, 8, 4, 8. They saying numbers and shit. 4, 8, 4, 8, 2, 4, 6. What the fuck you talking about? Yo, this shit might be nice, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Can I even do this? Can I even do this? I'm streaming some shit maybe I shouldn't be streaming. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna have this up. Man, this up. You best believe that. Oh no, what the fuck? Goddamn number 2 button. It's okay. I only had a seizure one time in my life. We ain't doing that again. I could look at all the colors. Oh, is this legal, my nigga? Can I like showcase their showcase like this, bro? You know what I mean? Should I do this? Is that better?
All right, everyone, hello and welcome back to Bungie HQ here in beautiful Washington, where we're coming to you live with the opportunity to share a little bit of marathon gameplay with you for the very first time. My name's Andy. I work on the social media. I'm joined by some of my teammates here at Bungie to walk us through some of what we're going to be seeing today. So, no time like the present. Let's get into the show. First things first, this gentleman here to my right, to your left, is Marathon's game director, Mr. Joe Ziegler. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. Super excited to finally show something about our game, you know? We've been a little bit silent for a while, but we're hoping you'll have a lot of fun today.
Yeah, we'll have another video in addition to one of just you in your office hanging out.
Exactly, so, I won't be talking for like 20 minutes straight this time. Yeah.
So for anyone out there that may not know you or what you do here, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
I work with a lot of amazing people, some of the people on this stage, a lot of people who are sort of in the audience here today. My goal is ultimately to take sort of all the ideas that we have.
I just realized, like, damn, I can't just have no music.
Deliver that experience.
That's kind of crazy.
So,
thank you very much for being here today, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. As we go on down the line, we're also joined by a man who's been instrumental in bringing the worlds of both games and film to life. Our franchise art director, Mr. Joe Cross. Joe, how's it going? Joe, for anyone, obviously you've got some fans here, but for anyone out there in the audience at home that may not know you or doesn't get a chance to work with you, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Yeah, so I'm Joe Cross. I'm franchise art director of Marathon. And you know, my job is to sort of set the tone and the vision, the visual style of this reimagined
art director. So he the one like,
amazing game. And then
let's take a little bit of Ghost in the Shell.
Is set up for success.
A little bit of Ergo Proxy.
Paving the way a bit.
Well, thank you very much for everything. We're going to have a lot to dig into today, so thank you
A little
for being
bit
here as
of
well. As we go right on down the line, we
Eon
have, without a doubt,
Flux.
the most important Andrew on this stage here today.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit of anime.
Our gameplay director,
That's
Mr.
why a lot of
Andrew
the
Wiss.
characters, I see a lot of the characters, a lot of the female characters in particular that we've seen so far. I mean, the female characters are the only ones with their faces out that we've seen
For
so
anyone
far.
out there that may be just meeting you for
Because,
the first time, can you tell us
pretty,
just a little
right?
bit about yourself?
Oh, pretty face.
Andrew Witz, I'm the
But then
gameplay director.
they all
what
like kind
basically
of
means is
got
I
Asian
work with
facial
a bunch
features.
of awesome people
Not
to
this a
set
problem, but I
up
see
one
they go with that
sandbox,
aesthetic a lot with the
survival
eyes.
sandbox of
And they look
Marathon's
kind of
gonna
nice,
be. So
like
that's runners,
on these
weapons,
robotic
equipment,
people.
and the combatants, the UESC, they're going to be.
I don't know if they thought like
players on
Asian
House
people
Cities.
have a.
Yeah, what up to the game?
They found that a design combination that looks exotic
And
or some
of course,
shit.
last but exceptionally not
And they're
least,
letting it
someone
go.
who you've probably seen in Bungie Vidocs in the past, and someone who's been able to help
If we
guide
put an
design
Asian
here
person
at Bungie
in a
since Halo
cybernetic
3.
outfit,
The one, the
it
only,
looks
Mr.
cooler.
Senior design lead here, rather, the one, the only Mr. Lars Bakken.
Lars Bach, and you see him wearing that caterpillar?
Thank you. Thank you.
This
Lars
shit was in the
back.
first trailer.
You could say Marathon's back.
You could. I'll leave that to you, though. Well, for anyone out there in the audience who may not get
'Cause you know,
that reference,
Marathon
and
was
just
an
meeting you
old
for the first
game,
time, can you
right?
tell us just a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, my name is Lars Bakken. I'm a senior design lead on the Run team. Shout out to Run team, everyone that's out there right now. A lot of fans out there. So the Run team is consisting of, we make the maps, so the zones that you're going into. We make the activities, so we take some of the cool stuff that Andrew's team, we remix it, we add the UESC in, we make them real difficult on purpose. And then we also have the contracts team, which are the factions, the corporations that players are sort of doing deals with because they're mercenaries. And that gets a little bit down into sort of the missions and everything. And so that's the stuff I hopefully make everyone proud with.
Well, we'll get into that here very shortly, but no, thank you all for starters all for being here. Before we get started as well, a quick reminder, do yourself a favor, make sure you've got your Bungie and your Twitch account linked to make sure you don't miss out on the Twitch drop that's going on right now. And if you also go ahead and subscribe to any channel in the Marathon directory, you can get a special little cat badge.
I'm
next
gonna
to
do
your
it right
name to
now.
Go ahead and show everyone that you were here today.
I'm glad he said
Go
that.
out there, find a streamer you haven't found before, and make sure and drop a sub
Link
out there.
your
and share the
shit,
love.
man.
And also, if you have dropped your sub here on Marathon the Game,
We say
worry not,
Lady Gaga
that money
reveal
all goes to
soon.
the Bungie Foundation, so thank you
Huh.
for helping us help them do some good out there. And now we have a big show again lined up. We've got some gameplay on the way coming up very shortly. We had a chance to go ahead and work with some creators and press very recently, and we're going to show you what they thought of the game. And of course, again, I'll repeat myself, but we've got something really great for you at the end of the show, so make sure and stick around. But again, the purpose of today is to show off some gameplay. Joe
Absolutely.
Ziegler, I'd love to hand the mic to you for this next part.
Yeah, so before we get started, obviously there's a lot to talk about today.
Oh, shit, I gotta
we
open
have
up
a little
Twitch
bit of a
on my
taste to
phone.
show you about what our game is about, just to kick us off, so we can put some images to what we've been talking about here. So let's take a look.
Oh, they got something for us. Oh, stream quality going down? Is that me? Couldn't be. That's down. My shit on 1080p right now. Oh, see, yeah, it's Oh, we got DBNA. We got DBNA.
But the dream is not over.
DBNO.
My dream. Yours. Now. Run.
Now, run. Run. That's not too far from now, you feel me?
All right.
That is not too far from now at all.
First things first, you saw that correctly. Marathon will be releasing just later this year on September 23rd, so you'll be able to ship out to Town City very shortly. And in addition to that, coming just later this month on April 23rd, we're going to be running a closed alpha test that you can be a part of. As a quick heads up, this is going to be focused on North America, 18 plus only. So there's going to be a big chance to play up front, but don't worry, there's going to be other opportunities to play later. So to make sure you're caught up with all the details and you're ready to go, do yourself a favor, head over to our Discord at discord.gg/marathonthegame. And of course, if you're here in Twitch chat with us today, then you've already done yourself a big favor. Members of our community and moderation teams are going to be going out and looking for folks to drop codes to as well to make sure that you can get priority access when the alpha kicks off. So go ahead and keep an eye out on your inbox. There's no exclamation point drops or anything you need to do, though I'm sure folks will do it anyway. But worry not, you've gone ahead and done yourself a favor by being here today. But let's get into it. What did we just see?
A lot of death, you know, is first what we all saw.
Wow, I mean,
honestly, you saw a first glimpse of
let's see what they gotta
some of
say.
what's going on in Marathon, you know, our extraction shooter that we're creating over here. And it's got a little
So
bit of
far, I'm not
everything.
like,
It's
oh
got
my God.
some runners in there. It's got some
That
weapons
was the most
in there.
amazing.
It's got some crazy
Wasn't
stuff.
bad or nothing.
Yeah, a little taste of the weapons in there. You
Look
saw some
clean.
alternate weapon actions.
I like the art
flip scope is
style.
in there, so weapons are going to do more than just shoot.
The art
obviously.
style didn't
It's
look the
Bungie,
same when they
you
were in a
directly push
building.
things. Yeah, a lot of runner abilities are in there as well.
It didn't- I don't know how that
UESC,
makes
obviously a
sense,
little taste of
but it just-
UESC and
it
what
just
they're
looked different.
Capable of.
It's
Yeah,
like
a
that
lot of-
clash between
some fun
sci-fi
world
shit and then like the
interactions,
nature
too. Like, there's that sequence
wasn't
where
there no
the
more. It
runners
was
go
like,
down
okay,
and
now it's just
everything
all
goes wrong
sci-fi.
for the team that's in
It's-
that room. But that's
Which wasn't bad, but like that
pretty cool to see
clash
those
wasn't
things.
there. But
Everything goes wrong with the Andy Salisbury
but
story.
you see, that's just the building though. We can
Mr.
go
Ziegler,
outside. It looks
so
like,
why
hey,
are we
it's
making
gonna be
Marathon?
there.
Why is Bungie going into the extraction shooter space?
I mean, extraction shooter is like
PvPvE,
something that
I
our passion
think.
of all of ours. Like, we really like the idea of like bringing this experience that we've all enjoyed, which is this kind of intense survival-based experience where you are frequently unsure of what's going to happen next, but you're on that adventurous ride of it. You know, we talk about it sort of like it's a horror story that's kind of unfolding before you, and testing yourself to see if you can survive it. And we really wanted to take that and sort of, I don't know, bring a lot more people into it. When you love something, you really kind of want to just, you know, attract others to it, and so you can have a bigger party with it. And so, yeah, we've been doing a lot of work to make that happen.
Yeah, no, it shows. And you know, Lars, obviously, Bungie's got a long history of shooters, but this is a new type altogether for us to dive into. From your side, what's it been like designing for all of this?
It's been fantastic. So when I started at Bungie, it was on the multiplayer team. And I am a competitive person in my nature. I really enjoy PvP. And so having to take that in the Marathon game and think about every single angle of every design, knowing that there will be other human beings in, around, and on the other side of it has just been fascinating and really exhilarating for myself personally, and I also know for the team.
It's been really exciting to see.
I hope it
and, you
feels
know,
really
obviously, you
fluid
mentioned we saw a lot. We saw some runners.
and like natural when you
Mr.
run
Woods,
into
can you
other
do me a
people.
favor and help
Because I
introduce
know
these four runners
I played a
that are gonna
couple
be
of
available
extraction
when the
shooters,
closed
just
alpha
random
test
different
begins.
ones.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have 6 runners at launch, but we're focusing on the core
Well, let's
4
see.
here for they're going to be in the alpha.
won't talk too
So
much.
going left to right, we have Locust. Locust is our soldier kind of fantasy, our soldier kit, all about
Okay,
push
yeah, we
forward
knew
gameplay,
about,
right? The first one in, trying to get as many picks as possible, right? Against either the UESC or other players.
Well, I guess it's called Void
Next,
now,
we
but they
have Blackbird. It's
before
very
they were saying
reconnaissance-based kit,
Thief.
all about like figuring out where players and enemies are in general and
stealth.
punishing poor positioning. Glitch is like our agile disruptor kind of kit, all about pushing forward, disrupting enemy teams and what they're doing, and getting out and kind of having that kind of cycle. Void is our stealth boy, our sneaky boy, all about throwing down
Our
smokes,
sneaky boy.
going a full active camo cloak into the darkness, getting
Where's
some
the
reses,
Discord link
and then,
at?
taking some
I'm trying to join
lessons.
that.
So yeah, this is our core 4 right now for
Very
Alpha.
exciting. A lot of different places else to choose from out of the gate. And even furthermore, Joe Cross, also, if anyone's not following Joe Cross on Twitter, do yourself a favor and do so. But you've been sharing some art with these runners pretty recently out there on Twitter with everyone. You know, before the show, we were talking a little bit, and I've heard this come up a lot, but you know, you guys have been working off of this concept of graphic realism. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what that means for the design here?
Yeah, it's one of our ingredients that we've sort of conjured up to help us define the visual world. For these runners, you know, the first thing we wanted to make sure was their visual fantasy reflected the gameplay fantasy well. And then we sort of have our unique recipe of influences and inspirations for the reimagining of this world. And one of those sort of constraints we've created is
Because
idea
remember,
of graphic
folks,
realism, where we
Marathon was a
reduce the amount
previously
of
existing
geometry,
game.
We limit our materials. We use a lot of graphic design and color, and we sort of use it as a tool to onboard artists who are working on the project. And then it doesn't hurt to have.
Why he
world-class
talking so
concept
low
team,
compared to others?
cranking this stuff out. And that's sort of the origin of a lot of these designs.
And obviously the world of Marathon has so much legacy to it as well. As a kid who grew up playing it, I know it well myself. But like, what's it been like stepping into this world?
It's amazing. For art geeks out there, the sort of the father of the Marathon visual world in a lot of ways is this guy Craig Mullins, who you see art represented on the left. Started out as a fan. Then got incorporated into the IP officially by Bungie, and so his legacy looms super large. And we've always tried to, pay attention, pay homage, make sure we were doing justice. And you can see here in the center, this is kind of a proto-runner we developed early in the process to make sure that, our sort of approach to graphic realism and style lined up and sort of represented that. And then on the right here, sort of an evolution into one of our actual runners here, Blackbird, with a similar fantasy and composition. So I think it's working out well, and I think we're doing something new, but also sort of looking back.
It's like a 3-panel study on how to hold the spine, right? That's what you're looking at.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah.
Is it a spine?
I don't know. It
These
could be.
niggas are not funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Excellent. Well, that said, if
I'm not
anyone out
really
there in
talking
Twitch
much.
chat
I
as
don't
well
want
has
to
any
talk over
questions,
them,
go ahead and
but
drop
they're not
them in. We're
really
gonna try and
saying
answer as
nothing
many as we
too
can.
much
We're
right
gonna be
now.
showing again a lot of stuff today.
They're kind of
So
talking
anything
about
that comes
stuff,
to
though.
mind,
I want to
please
absorb
feel
everything,
free
you
to
feel
throw
me?
it in there. Folks on the community team are going to be keeping an eye out. But
But after a certain point, my
we've
nigga,
obviously
you
got a
gotta
chance
just
to
talk,
dive a little
'cause
deeper.
these
We've
niggas
done
ain't
some
saying
some
shit, you
telling.
feel me?
Let's go ahead and do some more showing by taking a bit of a deeper dive.
Yeah, let's do
into
some more
Marathon
showing because
gameplay.
I want to see
do it.
like a gameplay session from kind of more in the beginning. I want to see it play out from a little bit more in the beginning. Always take off subtitles when the gameplay starts. See the characters like, whoa. What's up? Like, I thought they were more like, I don't know. It looks in game. It looks different from the trailers because in the trailers the characters were the same. Now look at they had like the cell shaded light texture to them. They didn't have that to them in the trailers. Now it looks like a different game more than the trailers did.
A cybernetic mercenary who's
This
given
looks
up their
different.
human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest.
Bruh, see, it looks different in game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks different in game. I'm not saying I don't like it, but it just looks different than the cinematic trailers.
To scavenge the
Oh,
remains
my
of a
bad. Those
lost
subtitles too
colony
big, ain't they? I'm gonna take them off right now.
fortune.
My bad.
The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map. Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead.
Okay.
Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive.
I mean, it looks good though. It still definitely looks good. I'm not fronting on it at all. I like the way this looks.
Survive, and your loot
I
can
do
be
like the way
taken
this
into
looks.
future runs as you grow in power.
It just looks
and fill
different
your
from the
vault.
trailers. Not completely,
Death
but just a little
is
bit.
inevitable.
Just a little bit. Like
But
in
it's
game,
never the end.
you know.
Think quickly on your
that was
feet
a little
and
shocking.
outplay your opponents. And in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
Factions like
Bungie brings its
some of the
best-in-class
finals. That's like the
first-person
finals.
multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay.
Tactile.
Runners with unique playstyles.
Tactile
and
gunplay.
customizable
Ooh,
builds
is he gonna push him?
create
Yeah.
highly dynamic
I knew
and
it.
strategic team
Force
fights.
Bush Blast. Okay.
Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run
Ooh,
or high
weather.
rolling with powerful gear, You'll
I'm
need to
liking
use
the
your best
gameplay though
judgment
so
when
far.
You decide which fights the big.
Ooh,
and
niggas, this is a
how.
movie. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be action. It's
Because
gonna be
no matter
action.
how geared you are,
See, it's gonna have the
blends of
battle
skill and
royale,
strategy
and people say I
will
don't like
always have
battle
the
royales.
edge.
This is gonna have that battle royale aspect
Marathon
to
is
it
designed to be
because
played
you know
in
you're
crews
dropping in,
with contextual pings,
surviving
shared objectives,
against
and
many
down but
people.
not
It's not the
out
exact
to
same as
streamline
battle
play
royale,
with your friends.
but that aspect of battle royales is why I like them.
And if you're
And
the
then you
last
got
one
down but not
standing,
out. You got
you can
reboots.
overcome the odds to
You can
revive
reboot your teammates.
and get out.
Bruh, battle
with
royale, bro.
hard-earned loot. And if you believe your
Telling
skills
you.
alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory
It's the
for
battle royale
yourself
aspect.
as a solo runner.
Solo
No
runner.
two runs in Marathon ever play out the same.
Yeah, yeah.
With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you
Bro,
want
it's
to
got.
survive.
Oh shit!
Each run has a time limit.
Now I like the way this looks.
and anything can happen
And then
while you're
PVE,
chasing your
PvP.
objectives.
I like the way this is.
Looking to
And some
unlock
people don't like
upgrades or
extraction
increase
shooters.
your faction
I like them
reputation.
because it has that
Slip
that
into the
feeling of a
shadows
battle
as
royale.
void
Because you drop in, you're
goes
looting
past
up
your
on
enemies.
the joint, you're doing
Search
missions
them out
though.
for rare material
So it
and
has like
profit
the
opportunities
solo
without being
player
discovered.
aspect to it. Because you know
Want to
that's the
push enemy
PVE
teams
comes
and
in.
steal their
I've
loot.
always liked extraction
Bring
shooter
glitch
concepts.
with
I just
agility
never
and
played
blast.
one that's like
Your
super
strongest
good to me.
weapons to
They've
disrupt
always been
rival
like, okay,
crews.
bare bones.
Running support for your friends.
You know,
Grab extra
when you run into other
equipment,
players,
shield
it
charges,
feels
and a
so
specialized
forced.
backpack to be
Or
the
it
lifeline
happens
they
and
need.
you know, it's so quick because you run into one team and niggas just die and it's over
You're always
sometimes.
free to experiment with
Some
team
of them aren't like that. It's like, okay, yo, this is getting
How you
crazy.
want to play your runner is
But
your
this looks like it's going to be
imagination.
crazy a lot
Endgame
because it's that
challenges,
battle royale
ranked
aspect
play,
to it. When you drop
discovering
in,
secrets,
and
seasonal
you're
storytelling,
surviving.
community events,
That's the
and
basis
more
of battle
will
royale
await you in
aspects.
season one,
Other than, you know,
where
you,
and your
only
friends
difference
will
is you're
start
not
to
dropping
unravel
down with no
mysteries
loot. You're
of
not
Tower
looting up
City 4.
on the ground. Right? You're coming in with a loadout
Remember, you're only ever one run
and
away
a skill set.
from your next big score.
And then you leave when you want or you die. And it's different. It's just that extraction shooter aspect. That's why I like them, man. That's why I like extraction shooters because it's always felt like a small blend between
Let's get into breaking this down.
battle royales
So,
and some
I think
sort of
for starters,
PvE
again,
shit.
you know, as we touched on
Some
before
sort of,
the break,
like,
Bungie has
single
such a rich
player
history
shit,
with
you know.
Marathon. You know, Joe Cross, from your standpoint, facilitating this gameplay with your art style. Again, what was it like, kind of approaching this from your perspective? What were you looking to do?
You know,
That nigga look crazy.
build on a legacy. The narrative of Marathon is incredibly
No,
rich
no offense,
and
my
like
nigga, but
inspirational, easy sort of inspiration for art. I also love.
It looks
love
different
just
in
sort of having
game because the
keys to
I wasn't
this-
expecting the characters
this-
to look cell
this
shaded,
car,
almost
from,
like
you know, from this era,
like an anime
working
game. They
on
have
games
those
from this
effects on
era.
them.
I
They have
love
their own
the way
shading on them
the
and
way
shit.
games look from the
I wasn't
PS1,
expecting
PS2
that
era.
because that's not what the trailers
So
suggested.
there was a lot for us.
I thought they looked more
and,
natural
like I
in the
said, paying
world.
homage to some
But
of
it
our-
still
some of the
looks
great
good.
Sort of iconic
I'm not saying it
artists
doesn't.
of the time.
It still looks really good.
And also, we had some keen-eared folks in chat. I think it's Joey Wolfinder asked if this is Ben Starr. Yep, Ben Starr was the narrator of that piece. Excellent ear.
Great voice, right?
Yeah, super
Great
cool,
voice.
yeah.
Wonderful voice.
He's almost an Andrew Witz, but he does his best.
Make me God, yeah, I'm
But,
become
all right,
God,
I'm
all
gonna-
right.
I'm gonna put you
You're
on the
gonna be in
spot with
that
a tough
game,
one.
nigga.
What's
Make
your
me
go-to
God,
there?
nigga.
Who's your favorite
We all
runner?
running.
Controversial question. I play a variety of them.
See, I don't
but
know who
will
my
say
favorite runner is,
probably
but
the
I
one
like
end up playing the most
whoever had that
is
psionic force
Blackbird.
blast. I like
Yeah,
that.
probably.
That
Hey,
might have
Blackbird
been
means
the
something.
I like Void. I was liking how Void looked. And
I like
then
playing Blackbird because it's a great crew.
Was it- not
runner.
Blackbird. I
it's
forgot the
in terms
first
of
one's
being able
name.
to provide a lot of information,
that's
provide
what
a
it
lot
was
of
that.
support. It's also a great runner that's kind of helps to counter a lot of strategies.
So he
that can
likes
occur,
Blackbird.
especially ambush strategies that happen. Also to catch Void out of position if Void's
Void.
trying to hide. So yeah, there's a lot of.
I guess he's talking about the guy, the
versatility
character who
to
had like
play.
the smoke bombs and shit.
Wits. I think you and I share the same
That
name.
Void
You gotta
actually
ask as
ran
well,
through
who's
and
your go-to
stabbed
runner?
motherfucker in the face.
I split my time between Locust. I'm a very
Oh, you see that
push-forward
text
kind of
machina? You see the
player,
text
as
machina?
Joe reminds me all the time.
Symbol on his
I'm pushing
laptop?
Too much.
You
Too
don't even
often.
have a
Come on, I do
W
that.
key, it just goes.
I do that,
love
nigga.
to go fast forward. That's right. And so, like, yeah, that push forward gameplay that Locust kind of has, right? Being like the first to try and get a pick.
Text machina, text
seeing
machina?
somebody out of
I'm pretty
position,
sure I
go
said it
with
right,
that
right? It's
pick.
text
Also,
machina, right?
I like to play glitch a lot too.
Whatever.
Again, like, I really love that disruption playstyle. I love just finding
Disruption.
an enemy crew trying to trying to exfil, trying to extract, and then like taking like
Nah.
the arm cannon
But-
and just knocking them
Okay,
out
that's
of,
what I
like,
was
the
talking
zone,
about.
And now they're trapped with me.
That's the character I
Hopefully my
wanted.
teammates,
Push the force
Joe.
push.
I'm scanning. I'm looking for enemies.
No, I think these niggas is them type of people that
so
be
that's
having
it,
up there
actually,
to
as you
just
guys
say
kinda
some
discuss the
bullshit
runners, Destas
and they
in
sound
chat
hype.
asks,
You
what's the
can't
pacing
trust
targets
Bungie
for
too much. They be like, oh my
gameplay?
god, you do this and you're throwing the fireballs and you're jumping and they're just hyping it up.
Movement and traversal mechanics
Take
inside
it
of the
with a
game.
grain of salt.
But it varies. Your
Judge the
effectiveness
gameplay on your
varies
own.
per runner.
I did like that Sonic
Yeah,
Blast that he was talking about though.
like,
That
we're
shit did look
making
nice.
like a survival sandbox, which means everything kind of has to have a cost.
Yeah,
right? And so,
survival sandbox is like Battle
if you wanna
Royale,
go
but like
fast, if you want to go fast, like
not
like
as bare
Locust has,
bones,
like
because there's more layers to it.
A super sprint, so to
With the
speak,
missions
like jets that
and
kind of
the
come on and help
PvE
you
part.
sprint even faster. That
And you got
causes
loadouts
heat. So
and
basically, it's almost like a
skills.
stamina system, but we
There's
call
more
it heat 'cause we're these
tacticalness.
awesome
I like
mercenary
it. I
cyborgs,
like
right?
it.
Where like
I like
the body
extraction
overheats,
shooter
and
concepts.
So, this character has like some mobility, but you overheat quite a bit. So that's kind of the cost that's there, and so that's what
always
pushes us
liked
into
it.
like finding implants that maybe like expand like how much like your heat meter, and also give you more
state meter, you heard
agility,
him?
so you can even go even faster, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of cost in the game in terms of
A lot of
when we
cost.
place a mobility thing in there. We really want to make sure. It's like, how does this affect the pace, and how does this affect the overall survival sandbox?
And to be
Uh-huh.
fair, we're still looking at the alpha builds. So we got to balance a lot of stuff because some stuff is kind of sketchy. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah, yeah.
no, there's a lot to learn. That's why we're doing this, right?
Yeah, I mean, and actually, while we're talking about kind of those finer
See,
details,
man,
which
I
I'd love
hope-
to still kind of bug you a little bit.
I don't
Marathon
even know
build
what I
crafting
could hope
is
for.
a big deal.
They're
What does that
saying
mean
that there's something
in
we're
the
not
world
going
that
to
you
see
guys are
before.
building?
I'm
Yeah,
hoping
and
that
so,
what
like,
they
the
mean by
runners are
that
essentially like a
is
base, right? And so
it's
each
not going to be
runner has,
the fact that
they have a
characters
bunch of
have
implants
skills and
that you can kind of
loadouts.
find
That's not what
that
they're
do
talking
kind of
about.
wild things,
This
and, like, as
games
they
and
go up in
shooters
rarity,
with characters
right,
having
there's a
skills
lot
and
of stats, so you can
loadouts.
increase your resistance
It's
to
not the
certain
extraction
things, so,
aspect in
like,
itself.
Tox is one, so you can essentially be
I think it's how they're
poisoned,
going
right,
to
as our
do it
toxin,
and make it feel so
you can build
dynamic and
resistances to
fluid
that. You
and
can
natural.
increase
Like the
your
shit that I
agility.
was saying, like how I don't
There's
like
shields,
about
obviously, to
certain
make you a bit more
extraction shooters.
durable. We have cores.
They're gonna change it
Cores
up,
are
it
really
sounds
cool.
like.
They basically give you like extra passives. And at the base,
They got a lot of
at the
layers.
base rarity, like they have these kind of passives that you kind of play around. At the highest rarity, they are specific to the runner kit that you have. The runner
See, they
you're
should be
playing.
showing the shit
And
they're
what they
talking
do is
about. I can
they
understand what
augment
he's
your
saying,
abilities
but
wildly, right?
we
you
need to
can-
see it.
You know, you're doing one thing, and then you get like a chord specifically for glitch, and now you're like, oh, my double jump is a triple jump.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
yeah, you're
That's
getting,
how
like,
much you want to
buffs
push that.
on your
So that
cores.
gear really matters, and so builds are the
Enhancing your abilities.
completely the implants, the
Might make
cores,
you teleport and
weapons,
go
weapon
invisible, double
attachments.
jump if you already got
Weapons have like a pretty
triple
cool
jump.
progression too. We
get a
have
quadruple
gold mobs,
jump.
which are kind of like the highest end of the attachment pool. They're essentially like exotics in our game, right? What is the exotic version of this Magnum that can do some wild stuff? So yeah, like really, it's the entire package together is what the build crafting experience is in Marathon.
You see how he
And
using
actually, to that same
terms.
end,
He
we got a
using
question
certain
in chat as
terms to
well
make the
from
Destiny players
Pyrex.
become
It sounds
familiar with the
how many
game
players are
already.
gonna be in each map?
The Destiny players don't know what the
varies
fuck
per map.
another shooter
Yeah, it
look
varies
like
per
if it's
map.
not Destiny.
got it.
I'm
The
telling you.
footage that
They be
people
like,
have
what the
seen a
fuck
lot
type of game
Dire
is this?
Marsh,
Nigga, it's an extraction shooter, nigga.
Support up to 18 players.
Never heard of
There's
it?
going to be room for a lot of play styles.
They going a lot of people gonna get it just because they like Destiny, and then they're not gonna like this game. I'm telling you. Watch.
Sure.
They gonna buy
Yeah.
this because they like Destiny, and they're not gonna like this.
I have to give away my secrets. So Void is really fun for me because it leans into this part of my personality that is like very devious. And so,
Nah, that nigga up there, he
you
a
know, if you
freak.
go on
That nigga
a
up there
run
talking
with
like
me,
a
I'll be like,
freaky
"Hey,
ass,
Greg Morse,
crazy
you see,
nigga,
let
bro.
me know."
I'm kind of
And I'm putting
devious.
those in my backpack, and
That
I'm
nigga a
doing
freaky ass
crazy
weird
things
nigga.
Like, okay, so Void has a prime.
He a
ability
freaky
that
ass
sends
weird
out,
nigga, bro.
I
What
think
the
you saw
fuck
it
this
in the
nigga
video,
Mike
it sends,
talking
like, a
about?
ball of smoke that sort of like your home base when you do that. It's a portable. Because when you go in that, you become invisible. You get automatic active camo.
Okay,
so I'll
now-
do things like set that up to make people believe
That
I'm
was
doing one
Void
thing
smoke.
and then do another. So a lot of subversive things. I'll go in there and I'll claymore the inside, right? If someone comes in after me, they're gonna have a very bad time.
He talking about
But
the
I also
bathroom.
do
Man,
things
this
like
nigga a
I'll
little
go to a
freak.
place in the zone where there's high tier loot, and I'll claymore it up, and then close all the doors and leave, and be like, I wonder if anyone's gonna show up. And then sure enough, maybe 5 minutes later, I see the shield crack in the HUD, and I'm like, yes, I can go back and see what's going on. So yeah, that's how I like to play.
That's a little
Yeah, how
nasty,
about you?
freaky
How about
ass
you, Joe
nigga,
Cross?
bro.
What's your go-to?
Well, if you know me, I'd rather
Nah, that
win
nigga
than
drunk.
lose.
That
So,
nigga was drinking last night. He was drinking last night.
I generally pick the runner with the coolest helmet, and in this lineup, I think that's clearly Blackbird. As far as my play style, I'm typically just a decoy. So
It's like, Joe, go over there.
yeah,
Go over
exactly. I'm
Look
the
really
worst.
great.
Yeah, exactly. Just stand in the open
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah. So that's the end of my run story.
Fair. Well, we want to thank you all for your collective sacrifice. We appreciate it.
That nigga's drunk as hell last night, bro.
We're going on live, talking about this fucking game we've been doing for 15 years and shit.
But what are
It's
some of
so
your most
shitty.
memorable runs so far?
Some of my memorable runs are really when I think I'm going to be doing one thing, right? Like, okay, I'm going to do a contract. I'm going to be going here. I got to go into this
Okay.
room. Got to interact with this device. And I think it's like
I hope the
I'm safe,
missions
like, I'm
don't
kinda
feel
doing, like, a
repetitive. That's
routine
just
thing, get in
something
and get
like
out. If
that's
I'm,
something
smart
that I
about
don't
it,
like
really kind
about
of
the extraction
listen for
shooters. It
what's
just
going
feels
on.
okay. I'm
Like, there's
going
no
down
UAC
here.
around, there's no
It's
players
okay.
around. And
Battle
oftentimes
royales
there's another
being
player, like,
being
the
as
best
simple
ones
as
is
they
there's another
are
crew
can take that
that are going
repetitiveness
for the
out.
exact
I'm
same
just getting
thing,
different
and
shooter
there's this moment,
scenarios.
you're
Like if
about
I
to
was playing
turn
Call
the
of
key to
Duty or
get into a
something,
locked
like
room,
right,
and then the
I'm
other
playing a
team
different
is right
shooter.
there, and you're like,
Same
oh,
thing,
crap. Like, and then
different
you're, like,
guns,
this is
different
all-out war
scenario.
in like a
Different
hallway
kill
that
score.
seems to be like a regular hallway, but now it's just like
But this,
it just
I hope
gets
the
crazy.
objectives
So I think
don't
those are the
feel
peaks that
so
happen where
simple and
there's
like,
these
oh, I've done
tense
this
moments
before, I
you
know
try to
how
do
it
something that
works.
lead to these very quick
I don't know how
crescendos
they would
where,
keep 'em
you know,
fresh.
these mercenaries kind of going crazy, and other like all these players are jumping.
You make it sound like you're playing so carefully, but you're not.
Listen, the tactics are happening fast.
Yeah,
up
yeah,
here,
okay, okay.
They're
It's just
going-
processing
they're
power is
going,
what it
like,
is,
yeah, the
yeah.
math is going. Like it's happening.
Them niggas, now, they obviously have played together
it
though.
sounds
You
like,
like,
I mean,
bro,
runs
you're
can
not
obviously
playing
entail a lot,
fucking
but we
safe,
also
nigga.
have
You be
a
running in there
question
trying to
from
shoot
Sharky
shit.
to a
What the
team.
fuck
Is
you
loot gonna
talking
be
about?
just weapons? Or is
You
there gonna
got
be
me
more
killed,
physical
nigga.
while they're out there?
Last night. That's why that one dude drunk.
There's a ton of them. Yeah, there's implants, there's cores, there's equipment, there's
Grenades.
The one dude in the
consumables,
green
yeah.
sweater drunk.
Yeah, there's
drunk.
grenades.
And they go on the left a freak. That's
have a
why he
bunch
got
of
the
different types of grenades
caterpillar
in the
on his
game,
shirt.
as well.
I got a
Big
different meaning in my head for that
world.
now. He a
We
freaky
have
ass nigga. He a
valuables,
weird
we have
ass,
backpacks,
nasty nigga.
Yeah, attachments, weapons, materials, keys.
And there's a bunch of stuff too that we're just we call valuables, but like there's times when you're
That's
running
crazy.
low on money and you're like,
Okay.
I just need to do a valuables run right now.
Sicky
and I need to
Gucci,
pick
yeah.
up these things and get my money.
can't see
into my
genetics.
Space bank. So
Space Bank, yeah.
You know, that actually is a good segue from, and I'm not making this name up, Ballin' Hobo asks, what do I do with the loot when I extract? Like, why does it matter in the long run?
Yeah, there's a variety of reasons. So a lot of it was related to sort of our factions and contract system. But if you want to talk a little bit about the
yeah, I mean we've got this entire system we call factions. You're doing contracts. They're like missions, and you are being greeted originally by a AI representative because you are a mercenary. You don't really have allegiance to anyone. They are going to pay you to do these jobs, and so they'll give you these missions to do. And as you're doing these missions, like Andrew said, sometimes you'll run into danger. But the cool thing about, I think, a lot of the faction and the contract system is like you could complete the, download the agricultural survey from this one area on one of the zones, and you're doing the thing, and you've sort of done it. So even if you die, you've still made progress there, which I think is a really cool aspect of that feature. But then there's also this other meta layer where as you're working with the different factions, they allow you to upgrade yourself over time. And so you can increase your heat meter, you can increase your loot speed, things like that.
I was gonna say, you're trying to get as much loot as possible to meet the challenge of the world, right? Like essentially, different missions get harder over time, right? Which means you want to have more loot on you so you can survive longer, so just in general, be able to do fight all the different, hostile entities in the world. Like
See, he's not answering the question
POI
directly.
on a zone that's heavily
But he's
fortified
telling
by
us something.
UESC and
'Cause the
all
dude
of the
asked,
units that are there, the
why would
snipers,
I
the
need to
assault
take the
units,
loot
like,
back?
You want to be able to not only withstand that.
I mean, I guess he's
and
indirectly
so there's
saying,
a
nigga,
lot of
that
reasons
same
why-
loot you're taking back, you
honestly,
can
like, a
use
lot of the loot
again. So
translates
you're gonna
into
need to
things
add
like
it. I
upgrades
mean,
that
boom,
you,
okay, never
utilize
mind.
in
I'm just thinking
factions,
to it.
but there's also
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
an in-game store called the Black Market where you can use a lot of your currency and things like that to actually re-equip yourself. If you go
That
out
nigga in
run
that green
and
shirt, he
upgrade yourself
definitely
if you
drunk
need
from
it,
last night,
you know,
nigga.
That
He's still
space.
drunk.
So yeah, there's a lot of reasons to get a lot of good loot out. I don't think I'm ever short of reasons to get loot out. Yeah,
It just says something else about me, though. I'm just a loot goblin. So sometimes extraction shooters also can be seen as kind of hardcore, maybe tough to get into. What are some of the things that you guys are doing to make them easier to dive into?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things that we could talk about. One is
They gonna make it feel more PvP.
Besides doing a
Watch.
little bit more onboarding in the front end, so players can understand a little bit about what the nature.
They
of
gonna
the
make it
game
feel
mode
more
is.
PvP like and like
We're also
dynamic
doing
with
a lot
that.
to make combat something that's a little bit more approachable,
See?
but also just equally as deep, and have
Yep.
pretty wide things. But I think Andrew can talk about it. Yeah.
They focus on
we
that
wanna make,
PvP.
like, this is like a Bungie shooter, right? We want to make sure it's approachable. We like nail those fantasies. Every button press feels awesome, right? And so really trying to bring.
Hopefully
that
they're
kind
doing
of,
that, 'cause
like,
this
the
is the-
bun-
this-
morph the
this is
Bungie
gonna be
action
Bungie's first game
into,
without-
like, in the survival space where
Halo,
again,
but I
everything
guess
kinda
they got
costs
that
something,
shit
right?
down.
Getting
Yeah.
shot,
See-
like
see how good
you're
it
not going
feels.
to have like a limb system where like your limb's broken or anything, but you will like guns do stopping power, right? Which they can knock you out of sprint, they can slow you down, right?
That's probably gonna
status
feel
effects are still in the
stupid
game, and so if you are hit with a chem grenade, right, you're gonna be toxed. You can be immobilized, right, which really slows you down. You can be overheated. There's all these things, and that pushes you into using consumables and making sure you have an answer for these things.
That nigga on the left squirrely, bro. I wouldn't like sit next to him.
The depth of the survival game.
He might just pull out a
but the
butcher knife and
approachability
start
of the action
slaughtering
game,
you.
right? And so that's how we're
He's
trying to
sitting
marry
next to that
together.
nigga.
In addition to that,
Hell
if
nah.
you have
He a
some
freak
bad
too?
runs, right? Like, and you don't have a lot of, you see your loot kind of going down. We have the sponsored kits, like it's kind of talking in the video earlier, where it's a package of gameplay items like weapons or
Healing
equipment, or maybe a
stem.
shield or something, or consumables. That's
So
kind
that
of like
shield the nigga
floor
uses
for what
is
we
the
think you can
item.
be
Oh,
really,
I like
you can
that.
be capable in the
It's not like
environment
class
and
specific.
actually like fight other players that actually are kitted out. So you're never feeling like the goal is that you can always clutch. Even if you find somebody who's completed kitted out in like really high-end gear, because that's your payday, right? That's like the beauty of the moment of like, oh my God, I took this player, and oh, they have the best shield in the game. Hell yeah, you know?
Yeah. Hurts. I mean, obviously, gonna be a lot of good pointers for folks at home taking notes
Sound
for when they get a
sound
chance to
cool.
get into the alpha. But
I
we'd
wanna
be
get in that
remiss if we also
motherfucker,
didn't mention
but you
how a
can't
big part of what we do here at
show the
Bungie is
alpha.
working alongside our community, which is why we've also had the chance since about 2022 to work with hundreds of different creators in our community as well, to go ahead and get some of their feedback. So to those of you out there that have joined us, thank you very much for your time and your opinions. They mean a lot.
Arigato.
But no need to listen to me talk about it. We actually just last week had a bunch of folks in here to go ahead and play test the very same alpha build that some of you will have a chance to join in on as well. So I vote I go ahead and let you tell them about it in their own words.
He's so late as fuck. I might as well take him off, you know what I'm saying? Like,
feel the blood
if we keep it real. If we keep it real.
Down them all again and 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 again.
I get it.
No, I'm taking this shit
This
off.
is a different
Them
take
motherfuckers
on
don't
an
work.
extraction shooter.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Is they're probably trying to do a different take.
Literally game changing.
Because there is like extraction shooters are good, but there's a problem there. That feeling of the differentness in a shooter. Like, okay, I'm in a shooter and I'm going in, kind of moving somewhat strategically, and I'm getting loot. It's not just a shooter. I'm like
You are the first group outside of
story
Bungie
shit,
to
story
play
mode
test
type
our
of
alpha
game
build.
gameplay. But there's also people there, like real people. That feels good, especially when they had the one extraction game where it's not even a shooter. You're really playing with like swords and shit. Stuff like that feels like Skyrim, but extraction. Looter, dungeon looter. That shit feels good. I like extraction games. The concept is amazing. Look at this fucking menu. That's a PUBG, bro. That's a PUBG. Bro, this is a fucking PUBG loadout menu, bro.
Yes, sir.
3 niggas. I hope this is a
we are
4-player
bringing
game mode. That'd be cool.
some
Like,
money at this
it
time.
would just change shit up. The trios is cool for games, but they
look around.
stick to trios too much.
Yeah.
I would like a 4 to 5 player squad with all the homies sometimes.
Alrighty.
That's just me,
Bio
though.
research is right next to us. You want to do the intercepts?
That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. That's just me. Sometimes I would like a 4 to 5 player squad. You see what I'm saying, though? This is
wanna get
like
going?
Battle Royale style. You
That should
choose
be a
where you
good one.
load at. Now you're in the stage.
Okay, there's... So, for the gang, there is fall damage, and it is severe if you
There is.
drop
I got a mod
a
earlier.
lift.
Better to box niggas.
drastically reduced it though. So there are ways to reduce it.
I may have just exploded my kneecaps.
If you dash right before you hit the ground,
Before you hit
you
the ground,
don't take
it saves it.
damage.
It'll break the fall, yeah. Happens to the best of us.
Hope they are.
AI on the right.
Hope this gameplay's live and like, you know, actually. Oh, it's everybody else in
AI
the room
inside the,
playing,
like
I guess.
the little shrubbery downtown everywhere.
Yeah, what if they were playing the niggas right behind them on that screen? Behind them? You see the top right? Okay, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't played it, so I don't know how it feels. But the way it shoots, they're doing everything right with the animations. That's one of the biggest keys to the game feeling good. Is the animations having that much feedback that they do, that it looks like they do. That shit looks nice. I won't lie. Look at that. I like the way that shotgun looks. It's stiff sometimes, but then sometimes it pops just the right amount.
Are we killing them or ignoring them?
The healing is different. Weird. I like that rifle. I like the way the rifle look. That rifle reminds me of a Halo rifle. I think they use these guns on purpose. That rifle definitely reminds me of a Halo-ass gun. I think they did this so people can see. That's the Halo DMR, bro. Bro, that's the Halo DMR, bro. It's the Halo DMR. Or that's the multi-tool. No. That's the. I was about to rewind. That's the MIDA multi-tool, bro. That's basically the multi-tool from Destiny, bro. That's the multi-tool, my nigga.
That's all of them.
That's the multi-tool.
You want to do the 18D?
Either way, I'm getting shredded right now, so I gotta
clear the AI outside first. They're just gonna beam us if we don't get rid of them.
Yep.
What?
That's a purple one.
Nah, that's the multi-tool.
Oh, hell. Wait, the one that's at fire like 5 knees. Oh,
Big Grenadiers, yeah.
I like the way that was a fucking SMG from that far back. No way. That shit look like one. Combat is a hard line
one of the guys
PR.
killed had just been weapons on him. Poor guy.
Oh, mechanics hit. That's what we need, right? We're just getting just mechanical static effects.
I'm using that.
Yeah, I'm inside with them. When you have the mechanics kit, it does take anything. You're just good. Yeah. I'm unlocking the box. Yeah, dropping in big ones too.
Oh boy.
We've got long shots in two.
So yeah. That's where the battle royale aspect comes from.
Yeah. That's gotta be.
Bro, I feel like some part of this video is scripted. I feel like part of this is scripted. The fact that they're just getting into battles this back to back, like they haven't even explored anywhere yet, and they're about to kill all the teams already. How many fucking teams are left? They're killing all the teams. The niggas we're following. Nah, bro, ain't no way, bro.
Annihilated, dude. Oh my god.
I'm out of ammo.
Nah, ain't no way, bro.
Yeah, I would say this self
There's a sniper.
Oh shit! I like the way that assassination or that execution looks. It reminds me of a Halo assassination or some shit.
I'm coming to you, Ben.
Some shit like that.
Don't underestimate this guy.
Oh my god, that's it.
Ooh, I like the jet thrusters. Nah, this is bro.
Ben, you knocked one, I knocked another.
Good stuff. I literally only have a sniper.
A unit is signaling for reinforcements.
Oh, heavy rounds.
The knock I had was way over here. I don't see anybody over there yet.
He's been quiet for an awful long time. I reckon he's gone to res. I see him.
He's right there. He's right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Tell me if they res.
That's okay. Yeah, he's holding the angle at a distance.
Sniped a sniper.
Yeah, right on me. This player. I mean, very weak up there. I'm underneath.
Are they where we got down? Nice.
Knocked one.
Coming.
Got one left.
I take shots on the right side, like east of him.
No, if they're close.
I got no tags. Oh.
There.
You got eyes?
Yeah, A1.
Oh, is that him up there? Is that him up there? Is he upstairs inside?
Yes, sorry, he was. Yeah, hear him. Or is that Yusek?
No, you said we're shooting something in here. They were shooting something in here.
I don't know, bro. I really do feel like some part of this motherfucker got the scriptedness on it, bro. I feel like they really engineered these niggas close together.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
If they built God Squad, you could say. I feel like we might be the God Squad.
I don't know, bro.
That was good. That was a good run.
Cause there was a flawless run. Them niggas was all like they didn't even have to really walk around the map.
Some AI and grab some gunners.
Is
You
it?
can go to field maintenance.
No, they're not fighting
loot
AI.
container key. Isn't there one of those around
He's
here?
talking about the AI
Yeah,
uplink
right
that they got going on. But nah, bro, that shit crazy, bro. I feel like they scripted that shit, bro. Low key. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, come on, was that a grown ass nigga? No, that had to be that's a bot. Okay, that's a bot. Now that's a real motherfucker. Already, bro. This is what I'm talking about. That map was that big. You telling me everybody on the whole fucking match spawned on the right side of the map? All right, is that what you're telling me? There's got to be scripted to make the shit feel like not like you're gonna be walking around looting and looking at fucking robots sometimes. Like there's got to be scripted to some extent. But these niggas are just getting into fights. It's the same team. We're following the perspective of three people, and they're getting into all of the fights, bro. They fought everybody on the fucking field. It felt like. How many teams are out here? This shit looks nice though. I like the way it looks. I'm not gonna lie.
I found a purple enemy. I heavy knifed it 4 times and had.
I might honestly just get this game regardless.
Yeah.
I don't care if people are reviewing it bad. I think I just want this. Look at that gun. That's another fucking. That's a heavy gun in Destiny, bro. Bro, it's just a heavy gun in Destiny. Oh my god, some of these guns are just out of Destiny. Some of these guns are straight out of Destiny. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. As long as they actually feel different, I probably won't mind. But some of these guns are just like a generic Destiny archetype, and I do not know how I'm gonna feel about that because damn, like that's kind of lazy. I feel
That are on the map.
if that's what the case is, because that's the second gun I've seen that looks exactly like a Destiny gun.
Like
That last gun was just a heavy machine gun, bro. It even it even sounded the same, like the same build up in his rate of fire. But that shit's a little different looking.
One is
A
broken.
little bit. Well, no, it's not. I mean, kinda. Ooh, that bitch is invisible. Down. Oh, you know.
Shield, like, knocked one.
I knocked one. Found him.
And then she's sniping.
Prepare for increased
I hope it's not so super fucking heavy aim assist on the sniper. I almost want to rewind it just to see. But I don't want to rewind while I'm watching live.
White shield.
Oh, she's scared.
Yeah, the fact that we get
She's
gameplay, though,
scared.
Down.
bro. I refuse to believe that all of these people, all of these teams
nice. I called it
on that huge ass map, I refuse to believe that all of them just both times coincidentally chose to spawn here. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I want the frickin' purple. Here's a green on this
Purple shield. Who had that?
one. Me.
The big items, the big drops, the stuff that's like really high value, you're like, I have to get this out.
Doesn't matter if I'm playing Lucas or Void or Glitch. If I've got a better aim, I'm gonna win. There's no other extraction shooter like that where I can have that kind of gameplay.
When people find out about some of the secrets and stuff, they are going to lose their mind.
Playing so far has just been refreshing, I'd like to say. Everything felt really locked in.
This being sort of the next full Bungie experience is an exciting moment.
The game is inherently fun. I just want to play more.
All right, so obviously having those creators in was a whole lot of fun. Getting to work with both creators and players alike has been a privilege. It's been a great time getting to set that up. And of course, I promise I'm not saying this just because I work on the social media team here, but if you head over to our YouTube channel, we have a full 20-minute version of that. So youtube.com/MarathonTheGame is where to find us. Also, same with all of our other socials, as long as I'm at it. But Lars, obviously, again, like we talked about before that video, we're familiar with working with our community really closely, but have we ever done it this early or at this scale before?
So I've been at Bungie for a while now, since the Halo 3 days, and I think the thing, even since my time, we've been really good about is working with players, working with the community. It's something we take pride in. And on this game in particular, yeah, we brought people in, players in much earlier into the process than I think we ever have before, and it's given us really good insight. You know, we tell them when they show up, be brutally honest, because that's how we learn, that's how we understand what needs to change, what needs to get better, and I think it's been really great.
It's been a ton of fun. I mean, even again, like these folks were all here last week. You guys were in there with them. Some of you playing as well. What was it like?
Oh, it was super exciting. Yeah, I mean, like when you have a lot of there was a combination of players who we've been engaging with for a long time, and some players who were brand new, and it was great to see sort of like the mix of the both. Especially when you got to some higher level skilled players who just joined in and immediately got it and started destroying everybody, like you know, like Tens, and you know, Lupo was in there, and but yeah. Yeah, you had some pretty awesome moments, didn't you?
Yeah, so it was pretty amazing to jump in, and I'm gonna throw Nick under the bus for a moment here. Like, apparently he was on the team with Brian and Jeff Keighley.
I won't lie to you.
And they were not having success.
Jeff
Y'all were
Keighley?
like destroying them, the creators. Yeah, he's probably your team that was destroying them.
Jeff
So
Keighley.
I was brought in as like a hired gun to help get Jeff through, and
thank you.
I did my job.
Is that Jeff Keighley? I thought Jeff Keighley was, now he a little freak, but he said I did my job.
Mission accomplished, Lars. Yeah.
Something that he's used to, obviously.
Why they
also
keep
that you were
chainsaw for this
observing
nigga?
a
That's
little bit
crazy.
as well. Maybe not playing quite as
Let's
much.
read
What
the
was it like,
comments.
you
I
know,
heard the
from your
comments is
perspective,
like
getting to see
ripping
all these
shit. I
folks
heard the
jump in and
comments is
play the
talking
game for the
shit.
first
Let's see
time,
what the
so
comments is saying.
I mean, it was awesome. It's awesome, like playing the game
We
for
can
so
do both,
long,
right?
right?
We can
Seeing other people
multitask.
play the game is just a great feeling, right? For like the whole team.
Bungie's
You
trash.
see things that you designed for happen.
G off being
and,
shitty
you know,
at
in
games,
real
not
life, right? You
surprising.
see people who are like being hunted by other players
died
that
for
take
nothing,
refuge by
just
like more
L.
heavily fortified area, and watching
My
the
favorite
UASC
game died for
equalize
this.
a little bit. Moments like that was great. There was
Let
another
us
fight that
shoot
was
shit.
like it looked so fun, but also hilarious, but also
Oh,
like
it's going
really
too
like
fast now.
it was like a
This
great
looks
time,
horrible.
but also really tense. There was two
Yeah,
two
GTA
crews
6 to look
that were
forward
fighting
to.
under the
They're talking
dire
a
marsh.
lot,
There was
but
bunch
they're
of
not
tunnels and
saying
stuff
anything.
Like that.
Red
And,
flags.
they were fighting in the tunnels.
The guy on the
and
far
fight
left
was
is so
literally, like,
cringe. Yeah,
almost
he's a
one by
little,
one,
he's
like
a little
3 and
freak.
3, like
He a little
constantly moving
nasty
towards each
ass
other
nigga.
and fighting in the hallway.
No
The person in the
stats, no
front
skills,
dropping
or
meds for
penalty.
people in
A
the back
game
and
for
changing
casual
positions.
people.
And that fight
Bro,
went
like
into,
Destiny wasn't a
little
casual
events as well.
a game,
So it was
bro.
like
What
this,
are you
like,
talking
It was
about?
just a hilarious chase that was like, it was super tense because you didn't know exactly whether you were going to get third party, and they were just the volume of the room kept on going up from those two crews because they were just like, where are they going to get flanked? There's another vent right there that could pop up from there. And they were shooting vents just like out of just pure paranoia. It was awesome to watch.
It's a good balance to strike, obviously, yeah. And you, again, we were mentioning you got to play. Were there any other creators you got to dive in with?
Yeah, I was on a team with Valkyrie and Katamina, and we had a lot of fun. There was like a couple moments where we bunkered down underneath.
I'm gonna send this to the chat. I'm gonna send this to the group chat. Nigga talking about.
We basically created like
No
a little
stats,
claymore
no
nest down there,
penalties?
so we were baiting them down into it.
Nigga, like Destiny
and,
won the
yeah, it was
casual
pretty
game already
successful.
with your little dumbass, nigga. What you talking about?
Don't sleep on claymores. They're
Pretty
good.
solid.
Yeah.
Nigga thought he was like playing a skill-based game because he was running around with the gun that nobody pre-ordered. He's smoking everybody. Like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Or go so far, rather. As someone who's played a lot of Aleph 1 in the past as well myself, back on my Titanium G4 PowerBook so long ago, bringing in the Aleph 1 team was really, really exciting. You guys got a chance to work with them as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting to sort of connect to the heritage of Marathon, right? Like to keep that alive as we're sort of building this new world. And so working with the Aleph 1 team has been really awesome with the Marathon Classic on Steam is the release that they had, as well as the Marathon Classic 2, I think, is on Steam as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of those, it's like sort of connecting the threads, if that makes sense, you know? Sort of remembering the past as we're sort of building this new, re-envisioning in a lot of ways of what Marathon is.
Yeah. Actually, kind of on this topic as well about the dangers of the world, we do have a question from Twitch chat. Are there dangerous PvE encounters? Obviously, you've mentioned that the UESC is out there, pardon me, and you should underestimate them at your own peril. But can you tell us a little bit more about maybe some of those emergent threats that await players?
Yeah, absolutely. There's the UESC security units that are out there. There's a bunch of different types that do different things.
Let's go back to live chat. My bad.
They also have
I was looking at my
which are
Discord
these
chat,
wonderful, surprising,
group chat.
explodey fauna. Yeah, they run at you.
He said, "Please wrap it up."
Explode on you.
Is there a healer?
You have to, shoot the
Like
nests
4 years
actually
late to the extraction craze, Bungie. They are late to the craze, but that doesn't mean anything if you're just making a good fucking game. Because people can just get into it, not like, oh, I want to play another extraction because they're crazy right now. They're popular. No, it's just like, I want to play a nice shooter, and then you find out it's an extraction shooter and you fucking like the game. It's just a fucking good game in general. It does like Apex.
They have a bunch of like clones that go out there, so you think you're not sure which one to shoot, and then by the time you recognize which one is actually the real one, right? It's like it might be over for you, but that's one. The sniper, also love the sniper as well. We really want to have these prolonged sniper fights that are really great against the UESC, and if you manage to really push them and they notice you're pushing, they'll punish you for that too. So, like, yeah, definitely be careful of these units. Tread carefully.
Not to be trifled with, right?
And the recruits, honestly, the recruits, they have this rush down that they do. If you're not too careful in knowing where they're going to be flanking you and rushing you down from, like, yeah, we're purposely making them these formidable foes that you
Nigga
can't
said
get
boring,
treasure
looks
out of the world
uninteresting.
easily, and they're guarding it.
Hollow Pilot from Titanfall.
And you can't ignore them either. Once
Bring
they're
back the
understood,
Wrath
you
of the
panic,
Machine.
got it.
Is this free to play?
Exactly.
Dude, I
Also,
need it
too, we've got
sooner,
another
like,
question from,
than September.
Could a team be composed of
If
any
this
number
is not
of
free,
types, like 3 Blackbirds,
GG's, it'll be Concord
Absolutely,
too.
yeah. There's no restriction on how.
Fake hype
assemble
comments
your
here.
crew. You can
Just
all
make an
play the
honest
same.
game,
You can
no need.
Create a meme comp if you want. Or you can diversify a little bit, you know?
I think it's
sort of try to use
$40.
each other's utilities, but we've seen them all. It's been really cool
Rest
to
in
see kind of
peace.
the different combinations
Nice
we've
bait,
seen.
Brian.
You may never
Wasted
know, like,
potential.
those
Damn,
three
I hate
different,
this Simon guy in the comments.
Blackbird, they may have
Fake
very
comments.
different
Can't believe they made
what
Angry Birds
they're
clone.
gearing towards the
$69
Blackbird,
standard
right?
edition.
Like, they may
No
be some,
compilers.
some of
So
them,
will
like,
this
one of them
remove
actually
content like
have
Destiny
implants
2
that
did?
allow them
Bring
to
back the
go
Wrath of the
in
Machine.
active camo. That's not a specific
Wasn't there
thing
supposed
for
to be a...
runners, so
Okay,
we're
I couldn't
purposely
read
trying
that
to
one.
make it so that
Bring back Wrath of the Machine.
diversified.
I did
No
see
stat
I did see
skills
the,
or
like,
penalty, a
skill
game
wall
for
comp,
casual
which is, like,
people.
basically
Ugh.
free locusts.
150 standard
like last
edition.
in the playtest
Can't join
last week.
Discord.
Let's go.
It's really $40.
So, you know, again, obviously, it's been so much fun to hear you guys even talking about this game and the experiences you've had. You've been building a world that's really ripe for players to tell their own stories in. You know, again, with the closed alpha on the way on April 23rd, as players finally get a chance, some of them to jump in.
Rest in peace,
what are some
Joe
of the stories
Rogan.
you're most excited for them to get
Joe
to
Rogan ain't just
tell
die.
themselves?
I got
So
typed in
many, I
now.
mean, there's
People
so
be
many
talking
different
like that.
stories that I think are that we're looking forward to seeing happen, especially ones that we've never even seen before. But getting onto the planet, like honestly, just trying to survive amongst all of the different threats that exist there. The dying, you know, when our trio says death, it's death. You know, there's a lot of death in the game. The learning from it, the challenging yourself, the getting back up and trying to do something new. It's gonna be exciting. I'm sure there's plenty of other things.
I'm curious, Mr. Cross. What are you expecting?
I mean, I'm you know, had the fortune to launch Destiny and now Marathon. It's always amazing.
Free to play it, maybe it
put
doesn't
something out in
die.
the world that you've been working on.
Hey,
you
it
know,
could
sort
be
of in
free to play. They
bubble for
could
6
announce
years
that
or
last
something like
minute,
that,
but I
and-
doubt
and-
it.
And have the players experience the visual world for the first time is amazing. Introducing the IP into the world, you know, sort of beyond the game. You know, sort of the culture it creates. Always excited to see like what the fans tell us what the game is and what the metas are and what the IP is, and so that exchange is always amazing.
Yeah, check out the Discord. It's getting wild in there right now. Wits, how about you? Anything come to mind on your side?
I'm just really excited for folks to discover the content and play with it in interesting ways. We've been making this meal for a bit. It's just time to see folks play, right? Like we've been making the sandbox for a bit. We've been working together on all the activities and everything in the world, right? It's just gonna be exciting to see people react to it organically and learn from it.
Very
I'm also curious to see which runner will be the crowd favorite, out of the end. I have theories.
I know you have many theories.
Yeah.
Well, chat, Discord, let us know. We'd love to hear what you guys are thinking.
Absolutely.
But that brings us to just about the conclusion of what's been a very action-packed show. So for starters, guys, thanks so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
I mean, thank you so much, and thank you everybody out there. Like, our team is literally sitting behind these cameras here, and they're amazing. Like, you should give yourselves a hand, for putting together. Also, there's there's an immense amount of staff here that has been super gracious and kind to come and help work with us on this. So just want to make sure all of you, let's give you a hand too. You've been doing an amazing job. Thank you.
That's right. So again, as we noted at the top of the show, coming up at the very, very end, we've got a very special surprise. So go ahead and do yourself a favor and stick around all the way through till the end. But again, a huge thanks, Joe Ziegler, Joe Cross, Andrew Witz, and Lars Bach. And thank you all for being here today. And of course, again, to echo Ziegler, thank you so much to the entire dev team here at Bungie. Thank you so much for being here today. Whether you're here with us in person or you're at home, it's your contributions that make Marathon possible. So truly, thank you. It's honestly humbling to be here today. And again, of course, the crew here, thank you all so much for all of your hard work. It's been incredible seeing this stage come up so quickly rather. So thank you so much. It's been a gargantuan effort, and it's all thanks to your efforts. And most importantly, again, to all of you fine folks out there for joining us today. It's such a privilege for us to get the opportunity to share what we've been working on, and it matters most when you show up and join us. We know you have busy days, and we're thankful to be a part of it. So thank you for joining us here on this Saturday morning. And of course, we got something fun at the end. Make sure you stick around for a little bit longer. We're going to be rating Scarrow and Mr. Raffle Waffles, Milo, out there here just after the show ends. So go ahead and tell them we said hello when you get a chance to drop into their chat.
Hello.
But as has become kind of a tradition here at Bungie with our streams, we've saved just one more special thing here for you at the end. Now, we've told you a lot about the game so far, but we haven't had a chance to really touch on the narrative just yet, and we're really excited to build a story that's innovative in the extraction shooter space, both in and out of the game, and we'd love to show you a glimpse of that now. So we've had the opportunity to partner with Academy and Emmy Award-winning director Alberto Mielgo to go ahead and show you just a bit of a snapshot of what life is like on Tau Ceti. So we hope you enjoy, but in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see y'all Starside.
These dudes are stupid. They all keep typing in alpha wrong, bro. They're dumb as hell. Oh, we got a trailer last second. Oh, hold on. What the hell? That's crazy, yo. That's crazy.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, half sunk, the shattered visage eyes, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it sculpted to well those passions red which yet survive.
See, they don't look as cell shaded in game. They look like kind of, just like regular graphics almost. They just found out that shit happened a long time ago. What the fuck? Is this one of the maps? I hope this is one of the maps. This desert looking map. Kind of looks sweet.
Welcome once again. Once again.
They got some good sound design. The sound design pretty nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Just like what it is, right? Like $1 trillion. Like
Damn.
Sakaguchi Genetics sent a reminder. Your shell repayment is coming up and will be charged against your line of credit. Yeah, I know.
Is that her dying sometimes? You die sometimes?
Contract waiting down there. So understood. Let's proceed with your grounding exercise. Are you familiar with this item?
That's my lucky charm. Yeah. Supposed to be my lucky
Ooh,
charm.
this bitch. I can almost say damn. Almost. I wonder, is that her in there? That's why it just start happening. Like you go on your mission and niggas pull off. Start getting it cracking. Damn, bitch crawled up. I wonder if you can go prone. That'd be sweet. The bitch just flipped and crawled up underneath the car. They better let you go prone after showing us that shit. If you can't go fucking prone, dude. And the way this shit looks is crazy. Well, I thought the game was gonna look like this in game, like it's consistent with like the characters looking like just regular, you know, realistic graphics like this.
Do you recognize this child?
Who are you? I don't know.
It's you.
Really?
I guess these are all different hers, right? Is that why or how they're gonna explain the other runners being the same as you? Like there's two voids. You know what I'm saying? It's like Apex. The Apex games is multiple different timelines.
Worth anything?
Or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know, but I like it. It speaks to me.
Let me listen.
Yeah.
Multiple different potentials.
You ever wonder what happened to these people?
It's not my business.
And this music is. You'll have a tough time finding a buyer.
Good. It's not for sale. Give it to me.
Oh shit. He just had to start running. Can't even mourn the bitch. Damn it, he just gets split. Good, give it to me. Just got split open. This bitch crazy. Just pop up doing cartwheels. Oh, but he reforming. He respawning. Oh, his finger came back. What the fuck? Why he not shoot her? You like the bitch singing? This shit look intense as hell too. The way they got the trailer, it's like this gonna be a fast-paced shooter. It's gonna be a fast-paced shooter, I'm telling you. People gonna have to get used to that.
And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remain. Round the decay of that colossal wreck. Boundless and bare. lone and level sand stretch far away.
Nigga listen to classical music. Damn.
Do you recognize this child?
I don't know. Is that me?
I don't know. Was that me? Just threw it in his pocket. I don't know. Is that me? Is this supposed to be me or something? I guess it's me. Okay. Just threw that shit away. Bro, I swear to God, I just fucking went to the Discord. I went to the Discord, I entered the fucking chat. Hold on. I mean, there's nothing else for me to say. I'm a Bro, I'm trying to sign up on the Discord. There is no way I can do it. Some weird shit going on. I'm in the Discord, but it's acting weird. I typed in the code, like, you know, /alpha. That shit is not working, bro. That nigga just standing like I'm just a chill guy. Just let me get out this fucking shot. He's just gonna keep that shit on me in a slow burn. So I don't know where the fuck to go. He wasn't chill enough. He should have just kept standing straight, ignoring the camera. Please disperse. What do you say? Creator alpha gameplay content now live. Closed alpha test sign up. Oh, so people are gonna be playing. Maybe. But the closed alpha doesn't start yet until the 20 whatever. I mean, they said they'd have something special or secret, so I'll wait here for a second while I also try to sign up on the Discord for that fucking alpha that did not let me sign up for. telling you, like they're the Discord, so many fucking people in here typing, first of all. Understand? I got a DAC. They gave me a fucking DAC. We all get our own DACs, huh? Are you supposed to share your DAC code? Niggas just keep sharing their DACs. I know, no offense, but I don't see one black person there. Maybe this nigga back here is black. I just literally looked at him just now as soon as I started saying that shit. Oh no, bro, I don't see no black people in that studio. That nigga was black. That nigga was black. He was black.
Obviously, you mentioned we saw a lot. We saw some runners. Mr. Witz, can you do me a favor and help introduce these 4 runners that are going to be available when the closed alpha test begins?
Yeah, for sure. We'll have 6 runners at launch, but we're focusing on the core 4 here for they're going to be in the alpha. So going left to right, we have Locust. Locust is our soldier kind of fantasy, our soldier kit, all about push forward gameplay, right? The first one in, trying to get as many picks as possible, right? Against either.
Glitch seems like she was the one that had that fucking force blast, okay? I think I'm liking Glitch. And maybe Void. Right here, this was Glitch, it seems like, right? So, what can we gather from here? I still feel like that fucking gameplay they had was kind of staged to an extent. Like, these niggas threw that shit up. Just because. And they had people in there with like, and they spawned them closer than they should have been. I feel like they spawned them niggas closer than they should have been for the natural gameplay. I feel like if it was the real game, they would not have been that close. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that's what they did. I don't know exactly how or why.
And customizable builds create highly dynamic and
set that up,
strategic
but I think they did it.
Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end.
Yeah, it's like
and if you're the last ones,
battle royale,
push forward kind of player,
mix,
as
I
Joe
like
reminds.
Yeah, we got a raid red.
Now this shit right here, this is what makes me feel like they just
right
forced some gameplay, bro. It's like this happened.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, look where these niggas spawn.
Yeah.
Look where these niggas chose to spawn. I don't even think they selected.
Alrighty. Bio research is right next to us. You
Unless
do
you
the
pre-select.
intercept.
Unless it's a pre-select. They didn't even fucking exfiltrate, bro. They never even exfiltrated. They never left. So these niggas is all right here, right? I feel like all of the people they spawned them all in this small ass area. Nobody was back here. We didn't even get to see this part of the map. We're all in the complex. East Gate complex. Okay. South and west. Let's see if they go southwest. Let's see if they walk southwest to any extent. We can kind of gather where they are from here.
Yeah.
So
You
they're
just want to grab
standing.
that real quick? Yeah, we can do that. You want to get going? Yeah.
So this is the part
just
of
wanna
the
grab that
building.
real
It's the
quick?
long path, you
Yeah.
see. The other side
You
of
wanna
that
get going?
building. Long pathway.
That should be a good one.
Southwest. Let's see if the southwest. You see, there's a blue marker all the way southwest. It seems like they must have been told to not
So
go
for
to
the gang,
field.
there
You
is
see
fall
field
damage.
main
It is
entrance.
severe if you.
A main
There
entrance
is.
to
I
the
got a model
exact
earlier
field.
that like graphically reduced it though. So there are ways to reduce
Exfil.
them.
Exfiltrate to complete.
I may have just exploded my
I don't
kneecap.
think
If
he's
you
going
dash
well.
right before you hit the ground,
Hit
you
the
Wait,
ground.
wait,
Take
wait,
safe
wait, wait,
damage.
let's pay attention
ball,
to that.
yeah.
How far do they go? That way.
Happens to the best of us.
AI on the right. Yeah, more AI inside.
Now they had them niggas
like
walk in the
little
direction to make it seem like exploration was happening. Right?
A hostile unit is calling for reinforcements.
Cause you see what I'm saying, right? So we seen the map. Which way is this nigga facing? He's facing northwest. Where did he spot the nigga? I'm really going into this shit, nigga. Hold on. He spotted the first. Let's look at this.
Ball, yeah.
They didn't really move anywhere. So he spotted
Happens
the
to the
first
best of
enemy to the north. That's directed to the
yeah,
right.
on the
Boom.
right.
The first enemy is to the north. Northwest to the north. Okay. And they're at the greenhouse. You see, this is where they're at the greenhouse. He's the first enemy he spotted. Was to the northwest, bro. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah,
Here's,
let's see who we got in the raid with.
yeah, this time.
Go. Raid with.
Intercept.
The greenhouse. How the fuck did they get over there? Are we not following the same three niggas? I think this gameplay's chopped up, bro. Look at they spawned. It's showing them spawning at the complex. I don't think we saw the full match, my nigga. Look at it. It's showing them spawn at the complex.
You just want to grab that real quick?
Yeah.
You want to get
Look
going?
They're at the bio research spot.
Yep,
Let's check the time at the top.
That should be a good one.
19:20.
I did
They're at the bio research spot. I know they weren't that far, according to
So, for the gang, there is fall damage, and it is severe if you
There
drop.
is. I got a model
I feel
earlier
like something's
that, like,
scripted. We're gonna find this shit out
graphically
right
reduced
now. We're gonna get to the bottom. Damn, he looking crazy on a freeze frame. I hope my connection didn't just drop out. God damn it. I hope this not my connection crying. I hope this the video. Because it's alive.
Or if you
There
drop
is. I got a mod earlier that like graphically
my
reduced it
connection for a second.
though. To the ball, yeah. Happens to the best of us.
AI on the right.
Yeah.
Damage, and it is severe if you
There
drop.
is. I got a mod
a
earlier that like graphically reduced it. No? So there are
I'm
ways
gonna
to
do this
reduce
for a
that.
second because I just gotta see something.
I may have just exploded my kneecaps.
If you dash right before you
I
hit
just
the
don't
ground,
believe they
you
went
hit the
that
ground.
far,
Take
bro.
safe
Both of
damage.
these niggas are they still in bio research.
Happens to the best.
Hit the ground,
Hit the
you
ground.
don't take
It's safe
damage.
Break the fall, yeah.
Okay. I think he okay, hold on, wait.
Happens to the best of us.
It's safe.
Break the fall, yeah.
Okay, the time did skip ahead by a couple seconds.
Kneecaps.
If you dash right before you hit the ground,
hit
you
the ground.
don't take
It's safe.
damage.
Break the fall, yeah.
So this is going that way.
Happens to the
This
best of
greenhouse.
us.
They were both going to the greenhouse.
Break the fall, yeah.
Southwest, so a greenhouse, right? Boom.
How
I just had
much
to make sure. I'm just analyzing every small
AI,
thing
right.
to make sure these motherfuckers ain't really staged the gameplay. Because I
Yeah,
still
more AI.
feel like, I still feel like they had these niggas all spawn real close. Because it doesn't seem like they utilized the entire map. So as we can see from here, bro, look, this is what I'm saying, right? Boom. They're not using the whole map. So these niggas,
Yes, sir.
Quick.
where the map at? Boom. They start off here. But for some reason, when they were already spawned, it said they were in bio research.
Yeah. You just want to grab that real quick?
Yeah, we see that.
That's what they clicked on. They clicked on.
You wanna get
like,
going?
yo, you want to grab that?
Yeah.
You just want to grab that real quick?
Yeah.
I think he pinged it. That's what's pinged. They're in
You wanna get
bio
going?
research right now. I don't know how they're just in there. Did they spawn there
Yep,
after they
Metro.
clicked in that thing?
That should be a good one.
I don't know, because it says they're in bio research.
That
They're
is
up southwest.
You just want to grab that real quick?
Southwest should be down this way, right? It should be down this way. It should be down this way. So they literally did spawn here somehow. Even though it says they're here. They somehow did spawn here. Maybe they actually chose that and they started walking this way. And now they're in greenhouse. And that nigga saw somebody over this way. I'm just analyzing shit, right?
Yeah, we see that.
Look, they're in bio research.
You want to get going?
They just spawned.
Metro.
Real quick,
I
right
think-
next to us. You want to do the...
Yeah. Metro.
You want to grab that real quick?
Nah, bro, nah. Look at the time. Look at the time, bro. The match. Look at we're at 25 minutes, and mind you, the time is going down, right?
Yeah.
We're at 25
grab that
minutes.
real
The
quick?
match starts, and then boom, all of a sudden we're at 19. I knew something was off on that first part. Boom. So that's the first thing I just found out that was off. They skipped the whole like 6 minutes. So these niggas walked to bio research to do what they said they were going to do. When he saw you want to go grab that, right? So this is the loadout menu. This looks like a PUBG.
Oh, we are bringing some money in this
Some other
time.
shit. It looks like a free-to-play mobile game right there. I'm not gonna lie. That
Oh, you
menu,
looking around?
that menu.
See, yeah,
Front on the game, just the menu. You know, the layout looked like a.
All right.
game.
Bio research is right next to us.
It's not,
Go
it's
do
not
the
me trying to
intercept.
diss the game. But yeah, obviously, look.
Alrighty.
Look. They spawned in the complex. They started off in the complex.
Bio research is right next to us. You want to do the intercept?
Just like it says. And then he says, you want to go here?
Yeah.
You just want to grab that real quick?
I'm going to just grab that real quick. I mean, because they're talking about bio research. And then boom, they edited the video so smooth. It seems like
Yeah.
they just dropped straight into the match and landed
wanna
right
grab that
here.
real quick?
Yeah.
But look at how much time is lost. They can't hide that. Unless they put like a bar up here and block the time. They can't hide that. Now these niggas are all of a sudden in bio
get
research.
going?
That's why it didn't make sense to me looking at the map.
That
How the
should
fuck
be
are
a
they
good one.
walking southwest and landing straight into the greenhouse? Because you see them they walk
I may have
southwest
just exploded my...
and now they end up in greenhouse. Boom.
Yeah,
so
more
they didn't
AI
even really
inside
walk
the-
that far. I guess maybe they were playing a whole match.
Downtown anyway.
Maybe they told the players where to go. I still feel like they only had that top right side of the map. We're gonna analyze more of that right now. I want to see. I wanted them to play, show some gameplay unedited.
Sorry. Excuse me, sorry.
This shit is edited. I was thinking it was staged, but no, it might just be heavily edited to seem like
Yeah,
these
still
niggas
had
are
the field
all
minutes.
encountering each other super quick. Didn't that time just jump again? So we're at 18 minutes
Still heading the field
and
minutes.
9 seconds, 7 seconds. Yo, it just jumped 40 seconds ahead, bro. It's just making it seem like this is all happening next to each other. I knew something felt weird about this. It didn't feel like natural gameplay, bro. To some extent. Now let's look at the time some more. Now he in the algae ponds, my nigga. Do we got to go back to the map again?
Research is right next to us. You want to do the intercept?
Bruh. No, bruh. This is edited, my nigga. This is heavily edited gameplay. I don't respect that. I don't respect that. I don't like that. Nigga, these niggas went from here and they cut out 6 minutes. Now they're already here and did what they wanted to do. Because they were leaving the spot already. They cut 6 minutes out. They already did what they wanted to do here. They started leaving. They went to the greenhouse, fought. Okay, we didn't even see them walk through the entire greenhouse. All of a sudden, they're popping out in their algae ponds right now. So they were working their way through the entire map. And I think they might end up around here. Let's remember these spots. Westgate, field maintenance, and quarantine. If they end up at field maintenance or quarantine, they're down here. If they end up at AI link, they went over this way. I did see niggas at AI uplink earlier in the gameplay. I didn't notice what the fuck that meant.
You just want to grab that real quick?
So let's pay attention some more, right? So they're in the greenhouse still. Boom, this is where I was at. Now they're in the algae ponds. I think the fucking gameplay just skipped ahead some more.
Player. Dad one.
I hit one for the kill, but I'm
Okay, not too significant. That time the gameplay didn't actually skip ahead. It actually went to the next player. Some of this gameplay was tricking you. It's making it seem like
That's all of them.
it's just going to the next player, but it's not. The time is changing, and then these niggas are teleporting to different locations across the map without actually getting there. I want to see them actually walk there. Why not just show us a full 20-minute gameplay session? Y'all didn't feel like sitting at the studio during the live stream while we all watched the gameplay y'all already saw? Is that what it was? You didn't feel like this shit? Nigga, you could have had a live gameplay session.
That's a purple one. That's a purple one.
See, that skipped that a little bit too. Somebody just got shot. That was only a couple seconds. Cause look, if it skipped to the next dude, the time should be at least like 16:11. Right before the camera switched, it was like 16:12. Right here. That's a purple one.
That's a purple.
And look, the camera is about to switch to his teammate that's down right there. But we're not going to see what transitions between these next almost 60 seconds. Look how much time goes away. Boom. Maybe it wasn't that much. That's maybe like 30 or 20 seconds. But this time missing, and all of a sudden, he's just picking him up. We didn't see how he dealt with the other guy or what he did to do. Or how they ended up over there. Okay, now they're still in algae ponds. Did the time just go back? I thought I'm tripping.
Big Grenadiers.
I thought the time went back. Okay, that time it was a clean switch. It was a real switch.
What'd you have on your little guy?
Oh, one of the guys you killed had just been weapons on him. Poor guy.
Oh, mechanics hit. That's what we need, right? We're just mechanical status effects.
And it's not like they just cutting somebody walking through their menus and on there. Them niggas are chopping this shit up and cutting through different parts of the map.
The mechanics kit, it doesn't take anything.
Sometimes to make it seem like it's just all pure encounter after encounter, but these niggas are just teleporting to the map. They switching between each player's perspective so much that they think we're not gonna know. If they already doing this when they're first showcasing their game, that's not a good sign for me. They're already on some kind of trying to deceive you to any level, and this is the first raw gameplay we're supposed to get, and they're already using deception and editing to trick niggas. That switch was a clean one. It was a real switch. That was a real switch.
Yeah. That's gotta be.
This whole encounter right here so far has been real since it skipped 20 seconds from to pick his teammate up. This has been a real encounter. Even right there. Look at the time. It switched clean over. Boom.
Oh my God.
14 seconds. It literally switched on the same exact time. Like if it switches, the time is the exact same. It's the best switch. That's how you know it's going in live time.
I got one knocked.
Actually showing you each person. You know what I'm saying?
That's annihilated, dude. Oh my God.
I like the way the shotgun went.
That's annihilated, dude. Oh my God.
So that time was real. Boom. The time, it's like the seconds on the clock flow. They never stop flowing. Honestly, that's what I mean to say. They never stop flowing because as soon as it switches, the next number pops up. It's like it was always on the same screen.
Don't underestimate this guy.
Still in the algae ponds fighting.
Killed two. I think it's 1v1.
So far they skipped about like 10 minutes of gameplay, so we can shortcut to algae ponds and watch them fight. Probably was their first fight. They probably didn't fight for the first 10 minutes. Probably more than that. My math might be off, okay? If it's not money, my math is funny, okay? If it's not money, my math is funny. So they cut about like 10 minutes out, my nigga. Or maybe 11. Just to cut to a fight. That's making me think, hey, because they said we're going to show you an extraction shooter that's different. You know, and what they meant by different is they kind of hinted at it was the fact that like other extraction shooters in this one is going to be more focused on that dynamic combat and the combat always happening and being fully apart and naturally happening with the PvE side, like the missions and whatnot that you want to do or have to do. Because what's making you do the missions? Like, is that loot? You come off the game with it? Damn, he got sniped.
Tell me if they res.
Yo, the res is like on some fucking Batman hacking control. That's the controller Batman pull out when he's trying to fucking control the wavelengths of the satellite, my nigga. The satellite wavelengths. No, this is a big time skip. Whoa. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just.
Bro, they cut from Alpha Pawns.
angle at a distance.
It made it seem like the teammate was running to them or running somewhere else while he's getting a rest. Nigga, they just cut out like 2 minutes and a half, like 3 minutes. They cut out 3 minutes, bro, like almost 4 minutes, because it's at 11.
Sniper.
Bruh. Okay, now that's about 3, because it's, boom, it's about 8:30. Bro, they cut out like 3 minutes.
A sniper.
Oh, but the areas are super close, though, sometimes. Like, they're right on the borders. You see, he's running back. He is running back to them.
A sniper.
But there's 3 minutes they cut out. That one's not so egregious.
Player.
Because they cut out 3 minutes of them regathering themselves, and now they're pressing the enemy again. They're cutting out anything that seems like downtime, so the gameplay can seem
I'm underneath.
like it's constant action, and I don't like that. Show me the real gameplay. Show me the real downtime. I think they know what people don't like about extraction shooters, so they want this to seem like full-on shooter, but it has these cool objectives and engagements that are like, like story mode type games, and that extraction shooters have. They're trying to make it still seem like that aspect, the extraction shooter aspect, is like still there. On top of this heavy shooter gameplay that they're trying to provide you with.
Yeah, A1. Is that him up there? Is he upstairs inside?
Yes, sorry, he was. Yeah, him.
The animation was kind of whack, I ain't gonna lie. The animation was kind of boo-boo.
Is he upstairs inside?
That, boom. I wonder how it looked from the other guy's perspective. They probably didn't want to show that.
Him.
He probably climbed through the window. Like, I like the way that looks. Walking into them.
Yeah, him.
The room with the.
Or is that you, Zach?
And this reminds me of like the Division. It can remind me. It reminds me of the Division mixed with Apex or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that concept idea. Damn, where did he jump to?
I think they kind of built a ringer group. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
They built God squads, you could say. I feel like we might be the God squad.
On this, now they cut down. They just shaved off the last 3 minutes too when they're heading to extraction. So it seems like, honestly,
That was good. That was a good run.
did they exfiltrate? Matter transferring away. I'm assuming they're exfiltrating.
God
That looks like
squads,
the
you
filler.
could say. I feel like we might be the God
Right,
squad.
it looks like the filler. They're in the quarantine area. They might not be exfiltrating. They might have just
That was
killed
good.
it.
That was a good run.
Lawless run. Oh no, they might have actually exfiltrated. But either way, they cut the last 3 minutes out. It seems like they're cutting out the downtime. Let's do the same analyzation with the pad with this gameplay footage.
That was a good run.
Maybe I'm tripping. People did spawn in different areas, but the maps aren't as big as it looked like. Because when I just saw right there was like how fast they're moving in each area. Some of them they did cut out the gameplay, so like that's the map, right?
We got knifed some AI and grabbed some.
They're AI uplink this time. Boom, we can see that. But last time the team spawned up there, they cut out the 5 minutes or 6 minutes of them going from here to there because they didn't want us to see any of it. So they started off here, basically, like probably right in here, and they walked out just a little bit, and then the border in between two spaces. That quick, they went into the greenhouse. So like the beginning of the match, they were in greenhouse already. Leaving bioresearch, going to greenhouse, even though they spawned all the way back here in complex. We didn't see that journey. We don't even know if they fought before then. They probably didn't, and that's probably why they cut it out, because they walked all the way over here. We didn't see any of that. We didn't see what they did over here. Okay, they started leaving. He fought the first dude towards the north. He saw him over here toward the north. I guess they were kind of down here. He looked over. The dude was up here somewhere probably, right? He saw him. He started shooting him because they just entered greenhouse, right? Boom. They had a little fight over here, and then all of a sudden, when the camera switches back to their teammate, they're in LG Pawns. We didn't even see them again. We didn't see them walk over here. They cut off like another 3 minutes or some shit to get them over here. And the quarantine, last time quarantine, it did seem like the crew exfiltrate. The exfiltrate seems to move around a lot, because last time we saw it down here, okay? We saw the exfiltrate down here last time, and this is the second match. They're spawning an AI uplink. Exfiltrate was down here. That's why they did end off in quarantine. So that's the one thing I'm not liking, is that they're trying to that's not a good sign. One, because this is Bungie, too. It's like, bro, this is the first gameplay you guys are showing, and you're doing deceptive shit like that. So when we watched the first gameplay, you're trying to trick motherfuckers. I didn't notice it until I went back to analyze it. You spawned, the team spawned right here, and you can see the clock right here on the top. They cut off 6 minutes of the gameplay. We didn't see them travel from complex to bio research. It was smoothly edited to seem like they chose the spawn location and just dropped down in bio research. But no, nigga, they actually dropped down here. The time jumped from 25 to like 19. Now it's 19 minutes left, and they're bio research. We didn't see what they did here. We didn't see them walk from here to there. They just here now. I didn't like that. So let's see if they do that here.
We can go to.
Let's see if they do that. They just did that shit. So now they're spawning an AI uplink. The maps don't seem like they're as big as I thought they could, as I thought they were. The matches are only 24 or 25 minutes long. You probably won't even use the whole clock. But let's see if they do the same thing here. Because they don't want you to see the full looting process. It seems like they don't want you to see the full, like, you know, all the downs and ups, and the downtime and uptime. They're cutting through some shit. So far, they haven't cut. Look at the time. They haven't cut. They're still in AI uplink, right? I feel like I know which direction some of the shit is in now. So I know if they go north, going north from AI. See, whoa. See, look, that's what I'm talking about. Them niggas just went from AI uplink to complex. And I know the complex wasn't that far. But look, they just took 2 minutes off the clock because they probably didn't even fight nobody right here. They probably didn't fight nobody. Right here, that fight they just had and killed that one nigga who's a straggler of sorts. They didn't fight nobody else. They zipped forward to their next fight. And where's complex at? How far away is that? How far away is complex?
You got knifed some AI and grabbed some gunners.
It's not even that far. As you can see, but they were inside the motherfucker, right? So they went northeast to go to complex because I guess everybody's working their way toward bio research. I don't know if you choose, you might not choose your spawn point, so it might be random. There probably is people that spawned over here. I might have been fronting when I said I feel like they just spawned everybody up here because that's what it felt like. But no, not only are they editing the video so you're seeing the encounters quicker, so they're cutting off 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, however fucking long they need. They cut off 30 seconds. Just to get to that next engagement real quick on the video so you can feel like the fights are happening back to back like the extraction shooters they claim they're going to make here as opposed to what you usually get, right? When you're not getting the fights like that and the space and the time, the space in between like when you're doing the PvP side and when you're doing the extraction, PvE looting side, sometimes the balance is not there. They're using video editing magic and gameplay to elude and make you feel like that shit's happening. It's not happening so far. It's not. Because I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not happening. The action is there, but they're editing the video, bro. So 2 minutes of downtime, 5 minutes of downtime. What were they doing? Complex is not that far on the map, so the map isn't that big, so people will encounter each other quick.
Yep.
So why are they cutting out 5 minutes of gameplay? So we can get to a scene like this. They're in complex now. They're in complex. I wish there was a mini map so we can exactly see where in the complex they are. Like how far did they get to inside the complex? If they're all the way at the top of the complex toward the bio research, then that really shows you this map's small as fuck. I mean, not small as fuck, but it shows you the map is small because not only are they using like gameplay editing to deceive you, because I just literally watched these niggas chop out 6 minutes of them going A to B. We didn't even see what they did at B. They just popped up at B. So we didn't see that downtime of them walking around, probably looting, fighting random robots, picking up loot, just walking around. They cut that out. So it seems like it's just getting back to the action every fucking second. Because that shit felt off when I was watching it the first time. I didn't know what it was. I didn't pause it because I was watching it live. But that's what it is. They're chopping up this video gameplay. They're editing it. That's why I felt like this shit was staged to an extent. I thought they might have spawned everybody closer. But no, the map is small, and they're editing the gameplay so you reach the fucking conflicts quicker when you're watching it.
Yeah.
They literally edit the
Something sucking
gameplay,
me.
and it's not a problem with editing gameplay, but like in general, I mean, but like for this is like, come on, bro, this is the first fucking footage we're seeing of the game, and you're already doing some Bungie like scheming, like deception tactic, and it's not even like at the highest degree. They've only cut out, from what I've seen so far, they cut out like 10 minutes of gameplay in the first footage. They cut out 10 minutes of gameplay, and that's probably downtime of these niggas going from A to B, looting, not shooting people. They cut out at least 10 minutes of gameplay from the first footage. This is the second one. I've only seen them cut out
purple enemy. I heavy knifed it
probably 2 minutes so
and
far,
had to dump a full mag into it.
so they can get to the action again.
Yeah.
And they trying to edit it like they switching between each character, making it seem like they're just showing you a different person. Sometimes they are, but like right there, boom. Look at the clock. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, right? Give or take. Boom. All of a sudden, we're at 1940. That's not that big of a leap like the earlier one, but that's just another instance of them cutting out whatever they were cutting out. Or whatever. Why did they cut that? He was in the middle shooting somebody. They not want us to show him get his shit clapped? Like, what happened? I don't know. So they cut that out. Earlier, it was a little more egregious. Because they showed them spawning at the far end of the map.
I should think it.
And then right when they drop down, all of a sudden, 5 minutes is cut off of the clock. And they're at a different location than where they spawned at. And it's like, whoa, so I didn't even see them travel to this new location. And I cut all that 5 minutes, 6 minutes out. Like, why did y'all do that? See, look, earlier, they spawned right here in the complex. You've seen complex on the map. All of a sudden, the clock went from 25 to 19. Boom. Them niggas are standing here in bioresearch. Already did what they were supposed to do in bioresearch. I don't know what the fuck they did. That's what I felt like. Hold on. I seen them spawn at complex, but all of a sudden, they're just in a fight off rip as soon as they started the game. No, they cut out 5 minutes of gameplay to make it seem like a fight started instantly. Them niggas was fighting in the greenhouse already, nigga. They cut off another 2 minutes, so them niggas teleported to the greenhouse and started fighting, nigga. I saw that shit. I seen them do it. So I'm liking the game. I'm liking the way the game looks. I like extraction shooters. I like battle royales. So this is fitting both marks because it's the survival battle royale aspect, but then you got the extraction, you know, kind of like regular shooter aspect with you going in with a loadout and all that sort of shit. You're doing skills, not skills, you're doing missions or whatnot. Like, you know, if it was a story game with real player enemies, right? That's the type of thing that seems like they're going for. But bro, show me the real raw gameplay. Show me the real raw gameplay. Don't cut out 20 seconds, 30 seconds like they just did right there. They cut again. And it's like, okay, yeah, they cut to different people. But earlier when they cut to a different person, you see the time right here? When they cut to another person, the clock was still at 18 and 6 seconds. That's how you know they were cutting to the next person at the exact moment when the last person was doing something. This time they're cutting like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. They cut 5 minutes earlier. I don't like that. It's deception, bro. I feel like, and it's not a problem for me because I know what they're cutting out. They're cutting out the downtime when the game looks quote unquote boring because you're just walking around grabbing loot. But that's real deception. That's real deceitful for a lot of people because they already know people don't like extraction shooters. That's why they claimed, oh, we're going to do the thing that people don't like about extraction shooters and we're going to make it better. We're going to make that thing good that you don't like about them. You're getting into these engagements and they're more dynamic and intense. And it's really like a shooter, but you're doing all this extraction shit. Look at this PUBG ass menu. I like it. I like it. So I know what they're doing, but it's like, come on, bro. Show me the real gameplay. Because some people are going to think, damn, it's like a shooter, but you're just looting up and, you know, getting your gear right.
The big items, the big drops, the stuff that's like,
I mean,
really
hey,
high value.
Look,
you're like,
that part that you don't like about the extractions where you're just walking around sometimes is in here. They're cutting it out for you.
There's no other extraction shooter like that.
No, they just interrupted that gameplay in the middle. 16:30.
The big items.
They interrupted that shit.
Lucas or Void or Glitch. If I've got
Let's see if they go back.
Find out about.
Everything felt really
Nope.
hard. Has
I
just
don't think they
been.
went back in real time.
being sort
They
of
just
the
went.
full Bungie experience.
Oh, the nigga was playing. They did say he was
The game is
playing.
inherently fun.
I just say he had to carry him. That little freaky ass nigga who was at the panel. nasty nigga and said he had to carry him. So for the second gameplay, they didn't even show us the full thing. Like I said, I like the way the game looks.
It's been a great time getting to set that up, and of course,
I like the way the game looks. But when they did this in the first game,
but if you head over to our YouTube channel,
it's just like, okay, I just didn't like it because it's like it feels like that Bungie deception that they do. They do some shit. Like when they were even talking, for example, when they were talking, I felt like they were saying a lot of nothing. They were saying things and they were talking about how good this feels and I like this character because of A, B, and C, but they really said a lot of fucking nothing. Okay, like for one character, for example, instead of saying what the ability is and what it specifically does, he just said, I like this character because they're made for kind of disrupting people, and the ability that they have that disrupts people is very useful when you use it to disrupt, because it creates situations where the enemy can no longer do the thing that they can do that's really strong and might overwhelm you in a situation. It's like, yeah, you said something, but you really didn't say shit, my nigga. You're not really fucking talking about nothing. You're keeping it real general and vague, saying like, oh, like my character has this special ability that allows him to do this thing that no one else can do, and it's really useful, but if the other character does their ability that's in their back pocket, it can shut my ability down and change the game. You kind of told me something, and you're trying to paint a picture, but nigga, where the fuck is the lines at? You're not coloring inside the lines on this motherfucker. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just saying general vague shit. That's what they were saying the whole time.
Weapons,
like he was talking about I forgot what it's called.
Equipment you can
I forgot what the class is called. Like this dude right here, he said this narration video, he said the most. After that, they didn't really say shit. They just went off and said, oh yeah, this is fun because this and this and that. They never really told us any specifics about it, okay? That's what I didn't like about how they do. That's that Bungie shit, bro. That's that Bungie shit, okay?
Your art style. Again, what was it like kind of approaching this from your perspective?
And then even when they was reading questions off their laptop, somebody asked a specific question.
Build on the legacy.
They didn't answer that shit.
The narrative.
They didn't answer that specific question. Now let me show you something, right? Let me show you what I was talking about earlier.
There's a bunch of stuff too that we're just
I'm gonna reiterate it one more time, okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the gameplay for the government right in the beginning, right? Look at boom. So let's go back to where it starts, right?
Yeah,
this is where I saw the deception, right? First of all, I like that loadout menu. Even though I said earlier, this looks like a mobile game menu. It does. It does. I'm sorry to tell you, it looks like a fucking mobile game menu. Does that mean I don't like it? Does that mean I think the game is cheap? No. I actually like the way this shit looks. But it just reminds me of a mobile game. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I like the way it looks, though. That's sweet.
Yes, sir.
And the other menu reminds me of PUBG. I like that.
Some money in this time.
You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of inventory slots. So this is what I'm talking about, right? They're making this gameplay seem like it's some natural shit. Right? Like, okay, we're just going to show you these three motherfuckers playing a game, right? Hey, buddy. But look it. The game is starting. They just started the fucking game. This is an extraction shooter. You spawn in a pre-selected spot. Like the other match we saw, they spawned in the AI spot. They spawned in that red room. They started off in that red room. When the gameplay started, they didn't cut that. The time never switched. They started off in that red room. Now look at this. They're in the complex, right? Complex. At the Dire Marsh. This is the beginning of the match. 25 minutes on the clock.
Alrighty. Bioresearch is right next to it.
You hear him talking about bioresearch is right next to whatever the fuck he said, right?
Yeah. You just want to grab that real quick?
He said you want to just grab that real quick, right? This is where they spawn. You see where they spawned? They spawned up here. Now, I looked at the map. Greenhouse, quarantine, that's the objective. The crew exfiltration, right? That's where you're supposed to end up going in a extraction game. This the main goal. Everybody's trying to work their way toward there. You're spawning in different points of the map. You all got to work your way toward there by the time the game's over, right? All of that is southwest, as you can see. They spawn northeast. Just keep that in mind. 25 minutes on the clock. Boom. Now all of a sudden, nigga, the match just fucking started. Now look at the clock. The 25 just disappeared. It's 19 minutes, 20 seconds in. Where are they at now? They're in bioresearch, nigga. They just fucking teleported from complex, and they're talking about, oh, you want to just grab that real quick? I thought we were going to see them, and that's what it felt off watching it. I didn't realize it. But I thought we were going to see them. Okay, they're going to walk up here, grab the shit they got to grab all their loot. We probably seen them the whole time they were walking up here. They probably killed a bunch of little AI bots, Probably killed a bunch of random people, like just AI, right?
Yeah.
They wanted to cut that out for some reason. I think they're afraid to show people those segments of downtime because they know that people don't like that about extraction shooters. So they cut out about 6 minutes from this gameplay. It's about 6 minutes. That's about 6 minutes. If they just cut out in 5, the clock would have been at 20 still. I mean, but that's like 19 anyway. So it was like 19, 20. It was almost going down to 18 by the time we got back, nigga. They cut out about 6 minutes almost. Almost 6 minutes of them, 5 minutes of them walking. And it's not a big problem. I'm just saying, like, they actually just did that shit. So if they're deceiving you like this with a little bit of gameplay, for some people, like, if they included the 5 minutes, for me, it wouldn't have mattered. Because I know what they're doing, right? It's an extraction shooter. You're going to be looting around, walking around. It's going to be downtime. They wanted to cut the downtime out and make people think
that should be a good one.
It's just a smooth segment. And they do this multiple times, and this is the first gameplay part. They do this multiple times in this video. So, like, when I added it up, they cut out about, like, almost 10 minutes. Maybe 9. Give or take, right? They cut out about 10 minutes of this.
There are ways to reduce that.
And the game looks nice.
I may have just exploded my kneecap.
And look, the areas are kind of close, too, because, look, that's why it felt so fucking quick. Because it's like, damn, the match just started, right? I thought that, at least when I first watched it live, I'm like, damn, the match just started, and these niggas are getting into a fight ASAP. This nigga just went from the biohazard house or the bio research to greenhouse just from walking over this line. So you see that? He's in bio research. Just walking over to the next area. Because they've already did everything they're supposed to do there. Now they're walking southwest. Look it, they're walking southwest. Supposed to keep that in mind. They're walking southwest straight to the greenhouse. Boom, straight across. Look at the clock. They cut ahead about 10 seconds right there. Maybe 15.
AI on the right.
Maybe 20. But then boom, this their first engagement. He's facing the north. They're in the greenhouse. He looked to his right. Niggas is over there.
Yeah, more AI inside the
already. This is the beginning of the gameplay. This is not even 2 minutes into the gameplay. They cut out 6 minutes just so we can get to some action. So it can feel like the thing they said it was going to be. How come we can't just see it be the thing you said it's going to be? They just said, oh, this is going to be a different thing because A, B, and C. First of all, when I first saw the gameplay, I thought this was a woman. I thought that was a bitch. He's talking, that was a dude. With the hood off, I could tell. But I thought that was like the ninja bitch from Apex. I couldn't fucking tell. I thought they was going with some cybernetic androgyny. I don't know. But look at it. Okay? And the gameplay's nice. I like it. When I saw the deception, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I like the gameplay. The deception just rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, I got it.
Because I think they did it again right here, right? Look, boom. They did it again right here, right? They went from greenhouse.
Okay, still heading the field maintenance. Yep.
All of a sudden, then these niggas is in algae ponds. They cut out 30 seconds. 30 seconds is not a lot. But why did they do that? Why did they do that? So now after the 30 seconds, that's another with the other 30 seconds. Nigga, we already had another minute being cut out of the gameplay segment. Okay? That's what I'm saying. It just adds up to like, yo, they cutting out about 10 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, I got AI.
And they do it again after this too. It's not the last time they do it for this first part. They do it again. So I just had to reiterate that because I see people hopping in and out the stream. So that shit just really happened. Okay? It's the only other thing I didn't like. That's the only other thing I didn't like. Everything else I liked it. At first I didn't like when I first saw the gameplay, the characters looked kind of like cel shaded like an anime game character. But that shit grew on me instantly. I was like, okay, it's not like the trailers, because the trailers look a specific way. And them looking cel shaded in game threw me off for a split second. I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, that's not the same as the trailers exactly. Same like art direction, color designs and all that, you know, the character design. But the characters are cel shaded. Like in the trailers, they look more, you know, like realistic textures. They look like they fit in the world one-to-one as far as the realism and art style goes. Them being a little, oh, is my shit lagging up? Yes, it is. But them being a little cel shaded, it's not even a problem anymore. It was never a problem, but it's not even something I'm looking at like, oh, that's different. It's just, that shit grew on me instantly. It doesn't even matter. It looks nice. That's what I'm trying to say. Shit looks nice.
I'm getting credit right
Looks
now,
nice. I
but-
like how bags are laying down. See, they did it again here too. I don't know why they did it again here. They cut out another like 30 seconds or some shit. His man's gets down, right? He's fighting off two people.
That's a purple,
I guess
purple one.
he tried to down that guy. Look, boom, they just jump. They were cutting out at the right time.
Purple one.
Purple one. And you see the deception? Bro, it's deception on the highest level. You see it, they still had his voice talking from the previous like minute, damn near, right? When it cut to the future, and now it's 15:46 and it was 16:16. 16:12, right? 16:12.
That's a purple one.
But they cut out about like, was that like 20 seconds maybe? Probably a little less, I don't know. Like I said, if it ain't money, my math is messy. Well, that's not what I said. I said if it ain't money, my math is funny. That's what I said. If it ain't money, my math is funny. So give or take, that's about another 20 seconds. Why did they cut out 20 seconds and then put the nigga voice in there like he was still talking within the same fucking seconds? That nigga did not say that. He was not saying the same sentence for 20 seconds, nigga. He was done saying that when the clock was at 16:12. So, nigga, nah, they cut ahead for no reason. I might be nitpicking on the clock, but no, that's just literal facts that they're just trying to deceive you. And the fact that the audio overlapped with the newer footage, and that's not even, there wasn't even the real-time comms anymore. There's literally not the real-time comms anymore. I won't be surprised if some of this was voice overlay in the future. I like that kill effect. You see how that nigga exploded in the scope? Boom. It's the skull that pops up and he fucking explodes. I like that. That looks nice.
Oh, one of the guys you killed had just been weapon.
I like that.
Poor guy.
15 minutes left.
That's what we need, right? We're just getting this mechanical static effect.
So they cut out like at least 7 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, I'm inside.
They do a couple more, like little times. I just don't know why they doing it. Why y'all doing it?
You're just good. Yeah.
They should have had somebody talking over the gameplay to explain it themselves. They don't want to explain everything. And it comes out, nigga, in September. It's like 4 months, nigga, 5 months. And this is your first gameplay. And you're being deceitful, and there's a lot of deception in this fucking gameplay. Just a little bit.
Yeah. That's gotta be.
The people who mainly like don't, you know what I mean, like play these types of games in the first place. For those niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be misled thinking it's gonna be like intense action back to back. Until nigga tell them, well, you know, it's an extraction shooter, so you're gonna be having times with downtime. They don't want to show you the downtime though. Why not? Why do I keep jumping forward? This gameplay looks amazing. I like the way the shooting looks. They said, yeah, we want to have our Bungie style gunplay, and the mechanics feeling real crispy and good. They're doing it so far. It looks like. I like the way it looks. It's looking real nice. It's toward the end of the match.
Don't underestimate this guy.
But man, I'm yawning this shit. But toward the end of the match, they cut out like 5 minutes of gameplay again, I think. Pretty sure they did that. Shotguns look nice in here, though. I like the way the shotgun looks. I feel like these guns might be a little too Destiny, though. I'm not gonna lie. They might. Bungie might have only. This Bungie that we have now might only have Destiny in their DNA still, bro. They might not be flexible enough to make, like, from going from Halo to Destiny, that was flexible. That was a different Bungie, going from Halo to Destiny. I don't know, bro. They could change all the aesthetics as much as they want. I still see Destiny in this core.
Yeah.
I can see some Destiny in this core, man. So they cut right here to they cut right here. Not too hard. Boom. You see that? The clock went from 11 to 8. You see what I'm talking about? The clock went from 11 to 8, and I think it does it again. It goes from 8 to 3 or some shit. Or 7 to 3.
Is he upstairs inside?
Yes. Sorry, he was. Yeah, hit him. Where's that USAC?
No, you said we were shooting something in there. They were shooting something in there.
Yeah, like, they went from 7 minutes to just 3. They even cut out the last, like, leading up to extraction. Like, what did they do? Who's they killed last? Were they just waiting for extraction? They probably were just waiting for extraction for the last, like, 4 minutes that they just cut out. Because they cut out 4 minutes almost again. So that's about, like, 10 minutes at least. At the most, they probably cut out, like, 13 minutes of gameplay, bro. Maybe 12 or some shit. And that's my only problem with this whole showcase is that they cut out footage so that footage was a little it had a lot of deception on it. It was real deceitful, and the fact that they didn't really say much. Like, they had the gameplay tell us more than they did. When they talked in that studio, they weren't fucking saying anything. Like, I wish I cannot watch that. I can. I'm about to say I wish I could show you. Nigga, we right here with it. Let's show you what the fuck this nigga said after the gameplay. This nigga's a freaky ass nasty nigga.
Brian
he was talking
and
nasty.
Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, I like Void because
y'all were,
oh
like,
yeah, I was
destroying
doing it. I put it in there.
Yeah, it's probably your
What the fuck
team
you
that was
talking
destroying.
That was like, it was super tense.
Listen, this nigga especially, he was talking real vague as fuck. I forget what the word is called.
Stuff like
when-
that.
I almost
That
said
moments like that
platitudes,
was
but I'm
great.
pretty sure that's not it.
The whole
That's
team.
something completely different.
You
My
can
brain
see-
is fried right now. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all listen to him, and I'm gonna go back to what I'm gonna run down what he was saying real quick.
Mission accomplished.
So y'all can see what I mean.
Something that he's used to, obviously. Which also, though,
Y'all gonna see what I mean. Look at,
a
listen.
little bit as well. Maybe not playing quite as much. What was it like, from your perspective, getting to see all these folks jump in and play the game for the first time? Some of them.
I mean, it was awesome. It's awesome, like, playing the game for so long, right? And seeing other people play the game is just a great feeling, right? For, like, the whole team. You get to see things that you designed for happen, and in real life, right? You see people who are, like, being hunted by other players that take refuge by, like, we're a heavily fortified area, and watching the UESC equalize a little bit. Moments like that was great. There was another fight that was like it looked so fun, but also hilarious, but also, like, really, like, it was like a great time, but also really tense. There was two crews that were fighting under the dire marsh map. There's a bunch of tunnels and stuff like that, and they were fighting in the tunnels, and the fight was literally
can
like
go
almost
under?
1 by 1s, like 3 and 3.
That sounds cool.
Like constantly moving towards each other and fighting in the hallway. The person in the front dropping meds for people in the back and changing positions, and that fight went into, like, little vents as well. So it was
Okay,
like
so now
this, like,
that right
just
there, he's
hilarious.
kind of describing that's better than what I was talking about earlier. Because when they was reading them laptop
They're
comments,
gearing towards in Blackbird, right?
that nigga
Like, they
wasn't
made-
saying shit. That
But yeah,
right there,
this
that's a little
rushdown
more than
that they do,
anything.
if
You
you're not
know,
too
he's
careful
describing
knowing
it.
where
They're
they're
just
gonna be flanking
tunnels,
you and
but
rushing you down from,
how
like,
come y'all didn't show us the tunnels?
Manage to really push them, and they notice you're pushing, they'll punish you for that too. So, like, yeah, definitely be careful of these units. Tread carefully.
Not to be trifled with.
Which are these wonderful, surprising, explodey
They're friendly.
fauna. Yeah,
Friendly,
they run
wanna
at you.
hug you. Yeah.
They run at you, explode on you.
We've got another question from, I believe, Shepsky. Can a TV be composed of any number of runner types, like 3 Blackbirds, for example?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
There's no restriction on how you assemble your crew. You can all play the same. You can
See, okay,
get a game
yeah.
comp if you want.
Some of these
or you
questions,
can
like I said, it's
diversify a
like
little bit,
they
yeah,
answered
sort of
some
try to use
things and
each
just
other's utilities,
just flat out
we've
told
seen
us some
them
shit.
all.
Okay, we
It's
know
been
this.
really cool to see kind of the different
Bro,
combinations.
I can't find the one where the
never
dude
know,
he
like-
wasn't saying shit. The nigga asked him a specific question, he didn't answer it.
Amazing.
And this nigga was drunk as fuck from last night, like I said earlier.
Introducing the IP into the world, sort of beyond the.
But yeah, they weren't really
It's been-
saying much
now it's
sometimes.
just time to see folks play, right? Like, we've been making the sandbox.
Speaking
Which one will
generals,
be the crowd favor? Yeah, that'll be it. I have theory.
yo, but listen. Honestly, I think I'm out. I think I'm out. Is this how this shit starts? We're gonna look at the old trailer. Ooh, look at me live. I could watch my own stream. We're not gonna do that though. I want to watch. It's crazy because now it's nothing but the new shit. Once upon a time, you could see the old trailer on their channel, like on the front page. It was just the only thing on the front page. Now you gotta do this. Let's go back and compare. You see that bitch inside the suction bag? Damn. That look painful. Data wire bugs. Maybe that's what they're called. All right. With that, I think it's safe to say I can end the live, right? I'm in the live. If you liked it, fuck around. Join the channel and shit, you know what I'm saying. Until then, I'm out. I might chop out my little analysis, make it a video. We'll see what happens. Until then, I'm out, y'all. Peace. I'm gonna stream later. I'm gonna be on Marvel Rivals, some shit like that later. Catch me. I might be playing Devil May Cry. Watch your back.